Hello. This is your mediocre time with Tom and Dan program. We hope that you will find our presentation precise, joke heavy, and just right. Thanks.
Welcome to the Friday free show of A Mediocre Time.
Hey. Stop about God damn it!
No!
You fucking stop it!
It's happening.
God damn it! Stop it! You fucking stop it!
Throw it in the river.
Daniel's having a rough day.
No, I'm not. But
Yeah.
right before the show, it's just like, no, I'm just like, oh God, this is what happens when you try to do
600 episodes.
something fucking good and it doesn't fucking. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it.
I thought you fixed it because it was playing before we started.
Oh God, you motherfucker! Oh no, I'm going back. I'm gonna do it again.
What's
It's like a kid
I'm
that
gonna
keeps
do it
touching the
again.
stove.
What's happening? I don't understand.
no.
This fucking OBS is because it's open source and I added other. The explanation for why this isn't working is going to be so fucking stupid and boring to everybody that it won't even matter.
Yeah.
And God forbid anything go wrong because then people instantly in the chat room are like, what the fuck? It's like, you know what the fuck? It's not working. You know. So you don't need to tell me. You don't need to say anything. You already know. You know.
My God.
We started
Hurts
out
my ears when someone yells in these
today
things.
on a high note for the very first time in T&D media history. We all hands in and did a go team for
We did.
episode
Well, no, hold on.
600.
We did.
You guys made me do it, and I feel like
I like that we made a grown man do something.
well,
You put your hand
You
in
voluntarily got up out of
no,
your seat.
you shamed me into doing it.
there. Yeah,
and,
I did shame you.
And the only reason you did it
No,
was
the
not
only
to inspire
reason
us.
you did it is because my wife was here.
No,
I think that was more shameful
Yes,
to him
the
because
only
there was a witness.
No, the only reason he did it is because Andrea is ultimate fun and you are no fun.
No,
and
no.
it's really the only place that you guys disagree, and you felt peer pressured a little bit because if there's any woman in our studio, you feel the need to impress them.
No, I just, my mentality was like, let me do this. These people think I'm a miserable old man,
Well,
and
you
I need to.
You did mandate that we all dress the same now, so we all have a new
No,
hoodie
I've
on.
been wanting to mandate that. I've been wanting us to wear jumpsuits for years. I've been wanting us to
You have to
wear.
pay for it, Seth.
I've been wanting us to wear full.
So I get like
on-
10% off.
You,
of it?
I'll take it out of your check.
I want a Heaven's Gate
I'd owe money.
zip-up jumpsuit.
Yeah, I'm in.
Well, it's funny because I did wear the new Tom and Dan hoodie that's available. Our brand new merch is out on our merch page.
We all have it on today. It looks
glad.
really, really nice.
Thanks to the Danger Brains for designing new. It's kind of a retro themed, like 70s,
Late 70s.
70s Tom and Dan, logos. But we have a new hoodie. 3 new men's shirts, 1 baseball tee, and then a
Yes.
new ladies shirt.
Yes.
We've got Christmas ornaments. I mean, there's a ton of merch, more
A lot
than
of
we've ever had.
bundles.
Yeah, a lot
Holiday
of really
bundles.
good
Beach
stuff.
bundles.
And I
expenditures.
like the fact that we all dressed alike. I mean, like, it did look nice when we all walked in because I assumed you were going to wear it, which is why I wore it. Because I was like, well, he'll hate that. So I got to do that. And then
Butler walked in. You were.
I went to the DMV.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
Butler walked in wearing it, and then he's
Well,
like,
you
"Oh,
knew he
I
would
know." I
do
was
that
like, God
because
damn
he's
it!
trying to fuck with you, and he would have known that you did it too. Now, why would you assume that Sam wasn't going to wear it?
No. I once Butler was wearing it, then Butler's like, I bet Sam and Daniel's wearing this too. We're all gonna look and we're gonna match. And they got all excited. Then I got mad.
Mm-hmm.
Then
Did he do his
Then
excited
I thought about.
Did he do his matching dance? Like,
Then I
he
thought.
gets, like you love it.
I I'm gonna take this off because I don't want to match
You wanna
everybody.
dump 'em out?
Why? Why are you gonna take it off?
Well, because I didn't want to do the whole matching thing.
But we
I
look
like-
awesome, don't we? I mean, the only person that looks stupid is Seth.
I thought you were my friend.
No, you are my friend. I'm just saying.
See, I told you. I tried. I'm not
You
goofy.
didn't even wish him a happy birthday on his birthday,
Yes,
and I
I
knew you
did.
didn't. And the only reason I made sure to text Seth, number one, is because I do care about him, but number two is so I could say in your face.
No, he actually did at the end after we were talking about other things. He wrote, "Oh, by the way."
No, that means
happy
I saw Daniel do it,
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
felt bad.
No, come on. I saw a bunch of
A munch. You saw a munch?
I saw a bunch of Facebook posts. That's how I remember it's anybody's birthday.
Are we all gonna fight today?
Yeah, no,
Fight Friday.
It's not
Fight Friday.
It's not Fight Fridays. I apologize for my mistakes at the beginning. I will try to turn it around as we ease ourselves into this big Friday, the 600th show
Oh yeah.
of
Yes.
A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. 600 shows. Now, we've done thousands of shows, but
Right.
the Friday Free Show,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one that
I'm glad
convinced
it
us
started
and our
off with
wives
a
and everybody.
mistake.
Yeah, it's kind of
Just as good as the first
That's
episode.
kind of the way it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
Well, and the reason we make mistakes is because we try to change things. And Owen and Ono Media, they've been making some intro videos for us. They made the beautiful intro video we have at the beginning of our show. You can see it live on Twitch or on our YouTube replays. Just look for Tom and Dan Live. But they've been doing a ton of work, and I like to showcase these things. But admittedly, as we're getting everything together for the end of the year, we're busy. And I haven't had enough time to test this as many times as I should have. So that's why you get, but hey, we're trying new shit. So there you go. It'll be funny.
And Eric texts me, as long as you place your order before December 18th, it'll make it there before Christmas within Florida. So just, do it before then if you want it before Christmas. So Seth walks in here, and
That sounds awfully negative.
It's already going.
Seth walks
His tone of voice is really
with
shit.
his gay shorts on and his muscles and his big old vein dick.
See, but this is the second or third
Why are you
time.
mad at Seth?
I'm not.
What did I write
I'm concerned
for your
about
birthday?
him.
What did I write to you on your birthday? I think it was like, I care about you. Have a lovely birthday. I love you so much. I think it was like very much. It was like, I want
My God, I don't
to
even write
hold
that.
you in my arms.
Yeah, my grandma.
Yeah, I want to hold you in my arms
Yeah. I like.
and,
wait, actually-
and explore all of your charms.
You know what?
Amanda?
It actually, you never said happy birthday.
Oh, I didn't?
What you said was, hope you have a wonderful day.
Well, yeah. Well,
But that could be any fucking day.
See, I'm a good one.
Why,
Hey, what did I write?
Wait a minute. Why am I getting set up here? Something's
Because
weird.
it's easy to
Fight
find
Friday.
mine.
And then,
because,
hope you have a wonderful day, my man. Sunglass emoji. Like
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
See, it even,
Yeah.
that could have been anything. He
Hang on,
didn't
let me
even.
What do you
pull
mean it could have been anything? You don't even know how to use sunglass emoji.
Hang on, let me pull up drunkie. Okay.
Get him.
Well, I already win.
Nothing. Also, happy birthday. That's all.
Also happy birthday.
after you send me.
robot.
I say this to you like a Nazi general. Also, happy birthday to someone in this room. I will not say who, because that'll give them too much glory.
And I got a big dick pic from this guy over here.
What?
I'm joking.
Is a Butler's
What is
in a
going on?
picture of his dick.
It is very Dwight Schrute, like the what is that? The old school print. It is your birthday period. On what is that? What is that old school?
Dots matrix.
Dots matrix.
Yeah, dots matrix.
So Seth, I bring it up
Or
because
dot
I'm concerned
matrix.
about you because the past 2 or 3 times you've walked in here,
Yeah.
you're all
Yeah.
gloomy.
Yeah, I'm gloomy.
And then you're.
He's not eating enough ass. You gotta eat. You gotta up your ass eating.
Yeah, that's also. I have lost my sex drive, to be honest.
Are you kidding
Why?
No, I'm serious. My stress levels.
Is it all over the dojo and the build out?
A lot.
Most
yeah,
of it, yeah.
Most of
You
it,
got to
yes.
bang to release stress.
Yeah, dude.
It
I got a
works, but it
blowjob.
just building up to that.
I got
is
a
like,
crazy blowjob last night.
Why was it crazy?
The reason it was crazy is because
Come on, I just saw your wife. Don't talk about.
I'm on new pills, and
Oh.
it decreases my sex drive. So I needed a little more than just it in the mouth. So I was like, let's go sideways where you're laying down and I'm on my knees and it's in the mouth. But pull your shirt up and let me play with your tits.
Oh,
Oh,
I
come
didn't
on.
understand.
She was just in here.
Yeah, why is it that Samantha can look me in the eyes and Samantha almost
she's
gives
like-
me a thumbs up to say,
All right.
you're healthy.
Yeah.
You're healthy. Good job.
Well, I mean, yeah.
America.
Get it
so,
in.
So Seth,
Yes.
you mentioned something I got to talk to you about because
I don't know what this is, by the way.
Okay.
This may have to do with okay. We don't want to bring it out because it's a holiday season, and I told Seth I wasn't going to back on him.
What
but
the hell?
Seth,
Is this where you start making fun of him because he
No.
has blue lights and you call him like that's what you do me? They always bully me. They're like, look who's got the Jew lights. Look at
no, I
that.
didn't say that. It
Jesus.
just looks like you're celebrating Hanukkah instead of Christmas. It's all blue, right? That's Hanukkah lights.
Good old American Christmas.
So so Seth, this may have something to do with the amount of partners that you have had in your life.
I haven't had that many.
I'm saying that that you're not married with
What
kids.
do you think he's losing weight? Like,
No.
Is this
I've lost 10 pounds.
is this a Dallas Buyers Club?
No.
You think he has an
No,
HIV scenario?
Well, Seth said before we started the show, he's like, you guys noticed he was down too, and you're like, "What's wrong?" He's like, "Oh,
Well, actually, no one noticed. He just came right out and said, "You look tired. You look like shit."
Impact.
What does the chopper
comment.
do?
Yeah, he choppered me.
He's like, "Why?"
Or it could be a
Why do you look
caring
like shit,
comment.
Hey, what's
did you say it like that?
No, I said you look tired.
Why?
That's what everyone wants to hear when they walk in a room.
Why are your armpits gray? He's like, I'm morbidly obese, and that's what happens. Thanks for bringing it up.
Wow.
You're welcome.
Are your thighs gray too?
So you mentioned that you were driving up to St. Augustine and you had to turn around because you had an anxiety attack.
We parked, got out, and turned around.
What happened? Too many old people or too many Spanish helmets?
So and
Too many old.
I started honestly when I heard that the person I felt the worst for was your girlfriend.
Yeah, I felt really bad
because
because she cried the whole way home when I got there.
Oh,
my God.
You ruined my whole day. All I wanted to do is go to the Fountain of Youth.
That's what I was going, and I realized it was fake, and I was like, "Fuck!"
So because then I started
wanted to see Ripley's Believe It or Not.
because then I started equating it to
museum.
like remember when Anna Nicole Smith was married to that old man? In the
Yeah.
hold on.
Yeah, well, this
And I
guy's
imagine-
showing his age.
And I imagine like she married this guy. He's an oil billionaire, right? And then so he, I'm sure, gets invited to these extravagant, fancy parties that she wanted to go to, and then she's wheeling him in to the party. She's like, "Oh, but have fun," and then he shits his pants, and then she has to wheel him back home.
No, you got to nurse it.
Yeah, you got a
but-
caretaker you
but
bring with you.
But you have to leave with your husband because
shit himself.
he's got some medical problems. And then I felt you feel bad for Anna Nicole Smith because she don't get to enjoy herself. She's chained to this old man with medical
All right.
problems. And so how did this happen?
So that whole story was just to say that I'm not that whole.
I'm just saying that I feel bad because she was going to enjoy herself,
Okay,
and then
St.
she had
August-
to drive back home.
I've been under stress a lot the past few weeks.
Yeah,
for
St. Augustine, like
obvious
50 miles from here, right? About-ish?
reasons. Yeah.
60 maybe?
It took 2
Hour and
hours to
20.
get there because the traffic was ridiculous. Because the stupid light festival
Yes.
thing was
Well, so you're going to St. Augustine to enjoy
hour
the
and
day.
15
I just
No,
wanna-
it was my birthday. One of my birthday presents was she bought tickets to a ghost tour.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah, well,
Which
yeah,
one? I could have gotten them for free. Scott York does one now.
Oh, really? Great.
Yeah, he's got the whole. Have you seen his?
Oh, is
out-
it the top hat guy?
No, he's dressed like a continental soldier. He's got like a
Oh, is he
lantern.
doing the
Yeah,
guy?
he does it.
I had the top hat guy that I felt bad for. Well, Tracy felt bad for because we
is
left.
Scott
and she
York's
had to-
arch enemy.
Uh,
I swear to God.
Really?
Yeah.
Scott York should do super high ghost tours.
Yeah,
Just
man.
blitz out of your mind.
I'm sure he will. If you
Go
So
to
when,
show.
when she gave me the present, of course, anybody that does something for me, I'm elated. Like, you don't have to do anything for me. I appreciate that. But immediately in my head, when she's like, "Oh, we're going to St. Augustine on a ghost tour," my head just started like twisting
What,
around
you don't
people.
like
I don't want to
ghosts?
be around fucking people right now. Like, especially packs and packs of people.
Yeah.
Like,
well, she's not worried because
disgusting.
she's young.
Yeah,
She'll be
yeah.
fine.
Well, she's already had COVID 5 times.
She'll get a runny nose.
Yeah.
You'll be Debo.
So I was like, "Oh, well."
Damn. Pour
Oh,
one
my
out
God.
for Debo, everybody.
Yeah.
That's horrible. Too soon. So immediately I was like, I asked her, Mike, is it one of the ones where we go? Because I know the ghost tours I went to, we went inside the jail.
One of the
it was
ones
inside.
in a bubble.
I was like, are we inside a
Well,
lot of
I'm
places?
sure
of
they're
people?
doing the safety ones now. They wear the mask and all that. Right?
Yeah. No, absolutely not. So anyway,
Most of the guys doing the tours are like, mask? What are these face coverings you're wearing? I'm going to stay in character so much, in fact, that I'm going to annoy you. Are you how they say, one of those Asian ninjas that come on boats across?
he was in character the whole time.
Yeah, they love to do that.
I should preempt this. On the way there, she also got me tickets. Spent money for 2
To
tickets
Spreader Fest, where you cough in each other's eyeballs.
to the Kennedy Space Center
Cool.
in the morning. So then I was like, so she gave me both those.
I like that
tickets.
she gave you 2 old man gifts.
Oh my God, you're right.
She always wanted. This was her because she wanted to see that.
What is this?
And in your stocking, I got you an Ace Hardware gift card.
Is it really
Pie organizer.
Ooh, you could get some pellets for your Traeger grill.
She always wanted
That's
to
her
be
heated backpack.
in the Space Center. It was more of her. She wanted to see it. That's why I felt bad because
I got you Old Spice and some adult diapers.
So in the morning we drove to the Kennedy Space Center. Saw that there was like an hour-long line just to park. I was like, oh, this is bad. What is going on? What is going on? Like, they letting all these people in. I thought you told me that they were just regulating the amount of people.
You're yelling at her for about a
I wasn't yelling. I was just like concerned.
What's happening? What's happening?
I was concerned.
Why are there other people there?
And she goes, I don't
the
know.
whole Space Center.
She goes, I don't know. I never been there. I guess I should have done my research. So I felt
Yeah, you
bad
should
saying
have done
that
your
to her.
research. You're an idiot.
And then so
Well,
we
again,
parked.
I'm sure it's because they're doing limited amount of people.
No, we got in line. Literally, it took an hour. We had tickets already. It took an hour just to get through the line of all these fucking asshole people cutting in front of me, like bumping like close to me. I'm like getting like I have my hands clenched the whole time. Like I want to punch everybody in the face. Like I'm really.
This sounds great.
I'm really annoyed.
This sounds like better than the beginning of this show.
Yeah. I was very. Not good. My anxiety was here. Like my pissed off level was here. So we finally walk in. 50%, 60% of the attraction things are closed, and there's nothing to do there. Has you guys been there?
I've never been.
I've never been.
There's like 4 attractions.
I
was gonna make sure they want to sponsor it.
No, I don't think they are.
There's like 4 attractions. 2 of them are closed, and the only 2 that are open. They're another hour-long line to go inside a building and walk around with all these fucking people. I'm like, I'm not going in there, Tracy. I'm sorry. I'm not going inside with all these people. She's like, okay, you want to just leave? Yeah, let's go. So we walked in 5 minutes, looked at a fucking rocket ship in front of us that was out on display, saw the lines. I was like, yeah, let's go. She's like, I didn't know it was going to be like this. I'm like, it's okay. It's not a big deal. I feel bad and I felt horrible, obviously. So
I can't do nothing. My boyfriend going everywhere.
So she spent taking
I'll soak it up for the ghost tour. I promise I won't ruin that. By the way, if you'll remember to make you feel better, can I help you make you feel better?
Yeah, go ahead.
Remember,
Sure,
I
will.
ruined Andrea and Maisie's Halloween by having an anxiety attack and puking the entire time. So let's just let that be known. You're in good company here, sir.
You know,
this side of the room are crazy people.
You know how they say like the money's wasted on the old, or like the rich are old, so it's wasted because they can't do anything anymore. Yeah. I feel like Seth dating a 22-year-old is wasted on Seth because I go anywhere. If she wanted like a bar, whatever,
to hell if
dancing,
she wanted to.
What's that bar? What is that?
Yeah,
I
would literally Coyote Ugly. I'm like, whatever. I'm on the Mako swing. I'm doing it all. I'm 99.
If someone like Seth's girlfriend would ask me to, it doesn't matter at that point. I'm not gonna let some COVID stop me from 22-year-old.
That's how
creepy.
In fact, even right now,
you know what I'm saying. Come on,
you know what I mean. You know what you're saying.
I'm on board. I mean, I was about to say I would leave my wife for 22-year-old pussy.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. I mean, I think every guy thinks that. They're like, man, in a parallel universe, I've got the balls to tell my wife, fuck you, I'm out.
If we're standing in a line, it's going to stop me.
Are you crazy?
Line, people are
I'd eat her ass in the line.
No social distancing. It was awful. So we left there. She was really upset, of course, and I felt fucking horrible.
I'll make it up for you at the ghost tour. I promise I won't ruin it.
Was it the ticket have a date on it, or did you have to go that day?
I'm pretty sure when we got the ticket, it said valid for, and it had the date on it. So I'm assuming we couldn't have gotten refunds or something like that. So we drove another hour to St. Augustine.
From Cape Canaveral.
Wow. It's a whole trek of misery.
Were you in the car?
Yeah, I always drive 99.9% of the time. So she drove this time because she wanted to be, have me like just enjoy it.
In the Hellcat. In the Hellcat?
Yeah. No, we drove her a car.
Is it what? A small car, big car? low car?
She actually is selling it. She has a what is it? A Ford something? I don't know. It's a little car. It's a car that I don't want to drive.
Okay, a Ford
Fiesta.
Fiesta. Yeah.
But she has a Dodge Ram Charger getting redone that she's gonna drive. So that's
cool.
hers too. Yeah.
Very cool.
Are you gonna paint it some?
Don't.
I told her. I
paint
told
it
her
red with
it's
white cum stains.
It's white. She's
It's the
getting.
opposite.
Yeah, it's pearl white with red interior, so it's same as mine. I'm like, please get the blood all over it.
Please get
the blood.
And she's like, no, I'm not doing it.
What does
one blood blob? Come on.
what does she think about the car?
She's like in her dad restores old muscle cars and stuff like that, so she was kind of into that look,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know about the blood look. She didn't mind it.
Well, that's the whole.
I gave her when I was doing
besides
my
from the blood, it's just the car. That's what I mean. It's all about the blood.
Anyway.
All right.
Anyway, so yeah, we're driving, and she's upset the whole time. Of course.
Is it quiet? Are you listening
No,
to?
no, we're.
Like, are you listening to
music
music?
low,
Like
really
what kind of
low
music? What kind of music?
I don't
Is
know,
it like-
top 40 stuff. She would
With
Taylor
you,
Swift
with
stuff.
your
But then sometimes she puts on like
Nothing.
all stuff. We both agree on early 2000s emo type music because I like it
Alright.
and she likes it. So we both like listen.
So you're
to that
both sitting in
together.
silence. The Black Parade is playing.
Exactly. Listen to My Chemical Romance, and then we pull up to the Black Parade. At St.
When
Anthony's.
I was a scared boy, my girlfriend, she was a 20-something. She bought me ghost tour ticket.
Oh shit! It's a 4
And
fusion.
I got just like a grandpa. I got scared in my tampon car, and I would not go inside. I'm gonna write the whole song.
Do it, please.
So now, is she disappointed that you didn't go inside the Kennedy space? And then she
I don't know.
will make it up with this.
She's a Swedish girl. She puts on a great. Unless she was faking it to me that she was disappointed because she didn't like the crowd either that much. She says, unless she's really being nice and making me feel good about it, then she was kind of on the same page as me that she didn't feel comfortable with all these people and how packed it was and. So
then, how did you actually get to the Ghost Tour parking lot?
So we got So we pull up to we went to her aunt's for a couple hours. Her grandmother's for a couple hours. Visited her. Then we went to St. Augustine.
Let's go to
What does her grandmother?
Or then go visit grandma.
What does her grandmother think of you?
Because we were staying there. We were staying there for the night.
This is an old man birthday. I'm sorry.
Hey, we got coughed on. You want to go visit your grandma?
Hey, we just stood in line for 2 hours. Let's go right before the Ghost Tour. Stop by grandma's, cough 3 times, and then we're out.
Well, I mentioned that, but I wasn't worried about her. I was worried about me. I was like, "Is your grandma being careful?"
There's the honest answer.
Because I know I'm being careful. I'm not worried about her because I know what the fuck I do. Besides coming here with you fucking disgusting
What's your
people.
grandma doing?
This is a goddamn COVID nightmare.
Yeah, I know.
Did you hear that COVID
And I
in
had
his
anxiety.
throat? That was COVID.
And my anxiety has been so high. Like I was contemplating calling you and being like, you know what, I don't want to come in today because
You
I'm
should've
that
told
scared.
us.
Well, I just don't trust this guy next to me. No,
So next to COVID baloney.
I know. So, but yeah, I was worried. I was like, does she wear a mask when she goes in the store? Does she I was asking all these questions.
Hey, meanwhile, my boyfriend's he's wondering if you're wearing a mask when you go to Publix. He won't come in the house.
And I was like, and I go, do you mind if when she goes to gives me a hug, I just stick on my elbow?
You want to do an elbow? With me, Mom? Come on.
I don't want to hug her. Just grandmas, they go for the kiss all the time, and I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I'm like,
But
I'm like,
their
oh,
lips
she
are
get
dry.
offended.
There's no moisture there. You're
Oh.
fine.
She grew up in the Great Depression. She's hard as fuck.
Yeah,
You know, so like,
come on.
what we're doing is that's why most of the old people, they're like, what the fuck? This is bullshit.
My God, that's funny.
So then,
So
what
you
happened?
visited Graham.
This is making me relive it and making me really depressed. So we
Oh,
visit
I'm
grandma.
sorry,
It's
don't.
okay. And then we left for St. Augustine. I totally forgot about the light festival thing that's going on there, and obviously she didn't know about that either. So we get there, and about 45 minutes away from parking, we hit I'm talking 5 miles an hour traffic. So it took us an additional hour and a half just to get into St. Augustine. And as we pull in,
Are you guys even talking, or is it quiet?
oh no,
Because-
I'm talking, saying, look at all these fucking. This is two-pack. What is going on?
Yeah, but normally
why
when
is it
I
like
do this with my wife, and you can tell me if you do the same thing. I know you guys aren't married, but let's just say close enough. When I do this, it is a toilet bowl spiral of me talking to her about my concerns or what I don't like. and then she gets overly concerned about what I'm going to think, and then we instantly go into silent mode where we don't talk, and then it ruins the night, and then we don't talk the rest of the night.
Silent mode was on the way back.
And what's here's the thing with I've
been there,
the
dude.
COVID activities. Whatever activity you think would be all right, generally safe, or like, it's this, it's outdoors, this place, whatever. That's what everybody else is thinking too.
Exactly.
So everybody's
Everyone
doing
else
the same thing.
Exactly.
Guess what? You're not unique. Your idea is not unique.
Right.
Any place that you like is even you're like, I'm a safe person. I think this would be safe.
And sure,
every other person's thinking that too, and now you're like, there's a lot.
And you know what? You are a
10,000
snowflake.
people here.
You are a snowflake, but you're not unique. You're exactly the same as every other snowflake. That's what I've learned. Snowflakes are exactly the same.
You should
That's what I've
go
read.
the places that are obviously dangerous for COVID. That's where no one's at.
Yes.
So as we pull in,
Gun
literally
range.
people, it looked like Mardi Gras party fucking crazy. I'm talking people like bumping into the car because we're going so slow. People are so
they're
packed.
walking through the streets.
They're walking through the streets, bumping into our car.
Well, I lived there
I
for
start
3
sweating
years, so
immediately.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
oh, no. I'm like, she's like, do you want to just go? Do you want to just go? I'm like, no. I'm like, you came. I feel really bad. Let's just park. Let's just park and get out.
By the way, when they
look.
ask that, be honest.
Yeah, why-
I've learned that.
Yeah.
Well, I should have been honest when I got the. She
I'm a
told me,
little
we
bit
talked.
older than you, and you're not asking for advice, but I learned really early on with Andrea when she's like, do you want to go? Do you want to go? Don't do the no, let's just give it a try. That's normally what I do. Not
Because
anymore.
you're trying to protect her feelings because you feel bad. But,
right.
but
Of course.
guess
No,
what? When you
she
do
wants
that and you
honesty.
drag it on and then you got to drive home in silence, it's worse.
Yeah,
Just
so
be
Andrea
honest,
goes,
let's
do you
not
want to
go?
This is what I say now. So if she's like, do you want to go? And I go, I do. This is not ideal, but I am telling you, I do want to go, but... And then I leave it like that.
See, that's what I should have done.
But then it's Grandpa pooped his pants again.
Yeah.
Like I got again.
Yeah.
Well, what we came to, like, after we talked about this later, was when I got the presents, I immediately had those feelings. Like, I knew, I kind of was like, oh, no, this is going to be packed. I'm not going to enjoy it. But she's like, when you have those, I'm like, tell me then. I'm like, I can't tell you that. Like, that's so rude. Like, imagine getting a present and be like, I appreciate it, but I can't. I
You
can't
can
do
tell her
this
like
right
an
now.
hour later.
No, I think that's perfectly
Really?
acceptable.
See, that would
And
just make me
especially
feel
she
bad.
knows how you are. She knows you're
I mean,
like a
she's
hypochondriac.
still with you, so that's a great sign. That's a great sign.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, these are the scenarios.
There'll be a breaking point.
So
These are
And
the
we all
things
do.
that-
I mean, you and I were talking about our wives' breaking points yesterday. I mean, both of we have not been. Yeah, you and I have been on a bad. Well, I guess apparently all three of us been on a bad run. How about you? You doing all right? All right. Let's make it a full 4. How about you? You and Trav good?
Yeah, we're fine.
Okay.
My dog's dying though.
There it is.
Watch your
There you
face
go.
up. I saw that.
That's
text. I was like, oh God,
That's a fun Friday.
that's a depressing.
yeah, we're great. My dog died. Jesus.
Yeah, but-
It's worse
He's
than
not
mine.
dead yet.
Poor dude.
He's going.
Is
He's
he?
on his way out.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh man. Well then, can we add him to the toast? We probably should, right? And toast to him.
Should we toast now
I'm okay. You want to toast?
before this
I mean-
beer gets
well,
warm?
Well, we got some
Be-
time.
be-
We'll toast before we go to the break. How about that?
Okay.
I do want to ask Seth, like, what was the time where you're like,
What I said, let's get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here. I'll tell you
I-
exactly
okay.
the time. So we're an hour late for the ghost tour. I met up with this freak guy at the sorry at the fort, but like I'm talking people like around me, and I'm like I'm leaving her. I feel bad. I'm leaving her not behind, but I'm like good fast pace, like fast walk, almost a jog.
No, but that's like
through
rain.
these people, like,
if
get the
it's
fuck
COVID,
out of it, get the fuck
you're
out of it.
supposed to walk normal
No,
because if
that's
you walk
not-
fast, you're just collecting more COVID.
So we finally
It's
get
just
out
like
to
those
rain.
little red balls stick to you?
Yeah.
a little clearing where he talks for like 10 minutes. Then he's like, "Okay, we're gonna go into the square now, and it's
I like how
a
you
college
call him
town."
a freak.
No, he's just
and
an
then
actor.
as he walked in to the street, little strip street thing, it was fucking wall to wall, shoulder to shoulder people. Maybe 30% people wearing masks. Everyone else no masks. I know
Well,
it's outdoors.
pirates
It
don't
doesn't
wear
matter. I don't give a
hospital
shit.
masks.
So like the whole time, my eyes were like this, and she saw through my mask, like my eyes just squinting.
Oh, I thought
squinting,
you
like,
closed them to stop
No,
things.
no, no. And she goes, "Do you want to go? Do you want to go?" And I'm like, I didn't say anything. And then I turn like sideways, and this fucking bitch with no mask. As soon as I turn, as soon as she asked me if I want to go, goes, "Ah!" and sneezes. I turn, I go, "That's it!" in front of everyone. I just put my hand there, "That's it!"
George stand up. That's it. You're killing independent George.
And I just fucking,
exactly what
and I go, I bulldoze through everybody, not saying excuse me, nothing, just bulldoze right out of the fucking way,
Jerry.
right to the car, like, and she just knew to follow me. I was
Oh,
assuming she was
God.
behind me the whole time, like following me, and she goes, wait a second, wait. I turn around, I go, what? And she goes, I want to do something. I'm like, and as we're walking by where we started the fucking tour, she walks up and she goes, I just want to tell you that we left early, but it's not the guy's fault. He was great. He was a great actor because he was in character and she enjoyed that. She
My
liked
granddad's
that.
having a
So she
problem.
wanted to stop to like thank the person and tell him that wasn't.
She's
she was
a good
sweet.
person.
You know what?
Yeah,
you got a
she's
good girlfriend.
She's extremely sweet, and I felt so bad. As soon as
What
she
a
did that,
wonderful girl.
I was like, oh, that's sweet. Fuck it, I still want to go. I don't care. So we got in the car, and I don't know what she wants me to tell her, but yeah, of course she was really upset. I was crying the whole time, and I was like,
I've done this
deep
before.
down,
I've done this.
the asshole me was like, well, what the fuck did you expect? But
no!
but I didn't.
That's always good.
You're gonna lose this.
Of course, I would not say that. I'm just joking.
I think that's the first time I've ever seen Sam get sad and be like, "We have to fix this, or you can't do that." Man.
I can see the smoothie store disappearing like Back to the Future.
You almost got me on that one.
Yeah. So now
No,
on
the
the
sentiment was great, but
Yeah.
it was just the worst thing for me personally and how my anxiety is. And now, in a 6 months from now, I would have had the best time I've been fucking shit faced out.
Do it again. You can do it
Yeah,
again.
I could do it again. I just feel bad for the money she wasted, and I was like, "Look, I'll pay you for everything that you did today." I felt bad for that.
Yeah.
She goes, "No, of course I'm not going to accept that," but I felt bad because she wasted the money.
I was lying.
Yeah, I was like, "Good." I was like, "Good," because I got to buy you Christmas presents.
but that hour and a half drive home after a failed birthday
Those are
trip,
bad.
It was,
and
after
Those are
two,
bad.
because it was like back
Yeah,
to back.
yeah,
It was
yeah,
Kennedy
yeah.
and then that, so it was
Yeah.
back.
I
to
had to
back.
do one of those with the girl I was dating who lived in upstate New York, and we were fighting. And we started out the day horribly fighting at the beginning of our 24-hour drive. And so I just drove home and
Dead silence.
And it
Oh,
was
God.
dead silent 24 hours.
But she's listening right now, and I want to tell her that I appreciate everything she does, and I love her very much. So that's
Man,
that,
Oh,
I
yeah,
feel
yeah,
bad.
yeah.
You have
I
a
mean, I
wonderful
feel-
girlfriend who did amazing stuff for you, and you.
I feel the worst for her. I mean, just
Yeah.
because she wants to
Well, it's
live
carry-
her life.
It's carrying over. Like I told, like Christmas, we're supposed to be. I'm supposed to be cornering a fighter this weekend. I backed out of that. I'm supposed to be going to my Hall of Fame next weekend, black tie event. I called out of that.
Oh no, not the Hall of Fame.
Oh, yeah, I called out everything because I'm
Why?
freaking. Because I don't want to be around people. I'm
I
that
gotcha.
freaked out, and I don't want to be. The Hall of Fame is in a.
And you have not had COVID, right? You have not had
no,
it.
I've not had it. No, not had it. But
Do you guys
her
look
family
down?
Christmas backed out of that.
Do you guys?
Oh,
I do.
Yeah, no, I get it.
I
get
do
it.
imagine
I get it.
that the Florida MMA Hall of Fame.
Yeah, that is a super spreader event if I've ever heard one. My God.
yeah. There's certain events. If you go to like
you might as well call
popular
it.
science gala, like
Yeah.
you
You might as well call it Meathead Coughing Palooza. Right? I mean, hey, welcome to Meathead Coughing Palooza.
Maybe you could luck out that everybody already had COVID back in June, and then you're fine now.
And to pawn it off so I don't look like a scaredy cat pussy, I tell people like, oh, we have to.
You're laughing at your own lie.
I feel bad.
You want to look at who?
Because I say that we take care of Tracy's elderly 85-year-old grandpa. We're around him all the time, so we can't be around anybody.
Oh my
else.
God! He's lying about it. He's blaming it on Grandma.
No, Grandpa.
Oh, Grandma.
Grandpa, take it out of my own
Ma or
fear.
Pa? It's
Pa.
Pa.
Yeah, grandpa.
And
But we are. He is. It's legit. We once every 6 months we see him. So.
So he's mad. If my pop-up was still alive,
Oh, hell
mad.
no. Yeah, he's
never
not
wear
wearing
mad.
nothing.
Hell no.
Sitting
Anyway,
getting dialysis, no man.
I mean, I
and
can't.
it's not. They force him to be mad eyes.
And it is a fear. Of course, I am scared because I'm a hypochondriac, normally.
Yeah, no, I
but
get it,
it's
man.
the additional stress that I'm having in my life that's carrying over. It just makes everything worse.
Yeah.
So.
And so I always wonder, like, this is a question for Daniel too. The anxiety attack. What's odd to me is because I've experienced them before, and when I first experienced them, I thought that it was like a heart attack or I was dying.
Yeah,
right?
it feels like.
You've been
for
telling
me,
us
it's an
tales the past couple days about how you always have this feeling that you're dying. You noticed that, right?
Yeah.
You got too high, you thought you were dying.
Yeah,
You have a panic attack. you
Well,
thought you were
I
dying.
like to get too high and have an anxiety
You get a
attack.
bad migraine, you think you're dying.
Because I understand
Yeah.
what that is, but when I have a real anxiety attack, it's terrifying, man.
Last time I was here 2 weeks ago, I didn't tell you when I left early. I did have to go meet a guy, but I was like the whole time I was doing the last like new segment, I think I was fucking sweating and I was like I was freaking the fuck out. But I didn't say anything.
But here's my question for you guys about the anxiety attack. So when I've experienced them, at first I thought it was something else, and that's what I was worried about. But then when I realized, okay, this feeling and this is what happens during an anxiety attack, then every time I have ever felt it after that, which is rare, not as much as you guys, but I'm like, oh, that's anxiety. I'll just let it filter through or do what it has to do or whatever. My body's just responding to some chemical or whatever. And then once I would label it anxiety attack, I felt like I was able to ignore it. But when you guys are experiencing anxiety attacks, do you still think you're dying, or do you know it's anxiety attack?
No, you know
mine's
it's anxiety.
Mine's physical. My anxiety's fine. It's not fine. I get stressed. I think I take care of it, but it manifests into physical manifestations. So that's why. So that day, my stomach was upset so bad it was putting pressure on my diaphragm, and it was hard for me to take a big.
That's what happens to
me. You gotta breathe. Yeah.
So when I was doing news, I was like, it was hard for me to take a breath, so I started freaking out.
And I did notice that. Like at the Halloween party when I had to leave early, it was constant nausea that I didn't, it'll give you physical. I knew exactly. In fact, if you would have been there, I'd have been like, I know. I was telling Andrew, I was like, I know exactly what this is, but I can't control it. I can, and I would try.
Of course.
And I would like to think that I'm smart enough or have enough intelligence to control my mind, like some sort of like Rage Against the Machine's first album cover.
Well, it's more than just a mind. It's chemicals.
But sitting there and being able to control yourself while you're burning alive, like some sort of monk. Like I would love to be able to go like I understand because I do. I go. This is an anxiety attack. Mm-hmm. Your mind is lying to you right now. None of this is, and then I talk to myself and I try to rationalize it. Normally I do like my tapping. That is the EMDR therapy that my therapist has trained me, and it will work. It's just I need to go to a room, maybe sit in a bathroom dark and just kind of close my eyes and concentrate. And I can calm myself down that way, but it's very, very difficult. I'm sorry, man. I understand what you're going through. And I'm sorry to her too, because sometimes, like with Andrea, it's really weird. In fact, it's even more interesting, I think, to talk to maybe your girlfriend or Andrea, or the people that don't fully understand it but have to try to understand it. Yeah. In some ways, it's harder for them.
They're the victims.
In a lot of ways, you're right, because at least I can feel it. At least I know what I'm going through. But like Andrea, she'll be like, "Well, what can I do?" And the answer is, there's nothing. There is absolutely nothing you can do. You're not doing anything wrong. You didn't cause anything. But you can't make it better.
The only thing they can do is experience the lack of joy in living from being shackled to an anxiety-ridden.
Correct. Or they can try a blowjob. Doesn't work, but hey.
So see, I'm the opposite. Like I don't want
I don't either. I don't want to be touched. I want to be left alone. I don't want to be around anybody.
So another thing, Seth, I want to ask you about.
Leave him alone at this point. I feel bad.
Another thing I got on my list.
I want to ask about you are a business owner, and we've talked about this this week during ACT about how companies do holiday either dinners or Christmas parties or events, and they put it on for their employees. But we've talked about this on ACT. We all come to the realization that the employees don't want this. And they never want it, and it's just for. Well, that's what the bosses. Oh no, they love us. That's what the owners think.
Well, they have so much fun when we take them out to like the dinner that we go. All
right, tell us
where do you go?
Well, it depends. Every year it's different. We usually go to
they rather have $100 cash?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. We do that. Sometimes we do a little bonus. Yeah. Thanks to Trump's tax cuts these past few years. not kidding. So I'm not kidding about that. He gave us tax cuts, and I redistributed it to my employees. So yes, that did happen.
Yeah.
And anyway, every year we do that, or we go, if it's a good year, we do both. We do a little bit of extra, and we go to dinner.
That's great.
We have a big, nice, fun dinner just for like the managers.
Well, let's talk about the dinner, because we've done this at
we've only done this one time.
And then
me and Butler haven't got anything.
No, we did.
And I get paid, so I'm an employee. If you guys have one, I'm going.
We did take Sam and Ross to the new ale house when they rebooted it, right before Ross's exit.
You're absolutely correct.
Right before Ross's exit, this guy was like, "You know what, guys?
I got a zinger salad.
Zinger on me."
And for summer, we take them to the not Adventure Island. Wet and Wild.
Islands of Adventure.
Islands of Adventure.
Oh, you taking a Wet and Wild?
No, it's the new one. Volcano Bay. Volcano Bay.
Taking the Key Island.
All the female traders, it was just standing there like, oh, you gotta be a bikini.
I need some butt floss.
So the reason why we talk about this is I've seen this before, and maybe the jungle's different, but what I've seen is the owners of and it really can go all the way up to like corporations down to medium-sized businesses, but it's usually, and I've been to these like in my wife's prior jobs where I show up and they're doing like a company Christmas dinner, and then I look around and even me, my wife, I'm like, nobody wants to be here, and then the boss or the manager gets up and gives a speech, and everybody's like miserable. They're like,
well, that's like a stuffy corporate one.
There's good ones.
They used to throw us ours at Walgreens during our work hours. So when you had your lunch, they gave you this gross ass buffet.
That's
bullshit.
Well,
yeah.
Andrea's used to be good when she worked for IKEA. It was like, and I didn't know, I only knew corporate from what is now iHeartMedia or Clear Channel. So that's all I knew. Yeah. But I remember the first time, and you'll remember this, I walked in and it's like at Hard Rock. They'd rented the whole Hard Rock, and we walked in. Nice. Fucking amazing buffet. They hand out prizes as soon as you walk in. They're like, walk in.
Like gift bags?
Ladies and gentlemen, Imagine Dragons. Whoa, whoa,
no.
whoa,
IKEA?
whoa. They've got like, no, it wasn't. It was, what's it called? Who were the other guys that,
Hoobastank?
No,
Kings of Leon.
I would have loved Hoobastank. No, they had all the hits.
Nickelback.
And they're a pop band, but a rock band.
Maroon 5.
Fun?
No,
Muse?
but you're hitting all around it. But imagine like that. Imagine Dragons. They'd rented a band. They had the full buffet. They gave out the prizes.
That sounds awesome.
Oh, it was amazing. They did it for 1 year. Then they did budget cuts. Then everything was back to Clear Channel style.
Yeah.
It was like 2 drink tickets, shitty Italian buffet.
Well,
what is that?
Plastic plants.
Pigs in a blanket.
I was going to bring up Clear Channel because every year they do some sort of Christmas party, company Christmas party, and then the head boss would write these threatening emails, like basically threatening your job if you didn't go.
Oh my God.
Because she's like, I better see everybody at the company Christmas party. And then I was like, why do you care? And also nobody and it's like maybe some people did want to go there and then had fun, but it was always like they do some trade with fucking the old Paris Hilton Club, and then they bring in Porky's Barbecue, which is great.
Paris, and then or it would be at like Post Time Lounge, and then they'd bring in like, we got Del Taco.
But and then they give you some back in the some Clear Channel beach towel or something. Or I remember the bottle of Mums. And everybody got a bottle of Mum's champagne. and then we'd go there, and I'm like, I don't even want to see these people when I work.
Right.
I don't want to see them out after hours.
100%.
And then this is horrible, this stupid. And then you've basically threatened me to go here. So I have to just show my face.
Do you remember the one?
This is a hunk of shit. Why do they do this? Just give me $25 extra in my check, and you could have saved all this.
Was this before your time, or do you remember when they would do the ones up the street at that Radisson or that hotel that was on the left on Douglas?
Yeah. There was some I didn't.
And we would pull in there, and when you would go inside, it was the old Bonkers comedy room. So like Jersey, who like I think still works with the Improv, would be there like packing his gear in, and he'd be like, "I'll get it." He's like getting everything set up. I'd be like, "What are we doing?" And it was a garbage of a room.
Where you took your employees last year for dinner?
1 year, 2 years ago, I think it was Ale. It was Ale House. It's just it's the easiest because it's
it's also the cheapest.
I like it's the easiest. Like other restaurants are just as easy. You order and they bring you your food,
and you're like,
the only difference is the quality.
Last year was
no dessert. You cannot get Captain Jack's buried treasure.
I got the first email about a month ago.
I love eating.
It is so good.
I love eating my dinner while I stare at a giant marlin. Was it
Crest was the last year.
If you guys are good employees, I'll give you some coins. You can go over there and play with the pool table.
Well, I don't think we're doing. Well, this year I feel this year that we're not going to do it, but everybody from that group that usually goes is going to corner our fighter this weekend in Tallahassee. They're renting a giant, but first time ever, they're renting a giant bus. They're all driving together. They're going to be like having so much fun. And I backed out because of it. But I know, like, if this wasn't happening, I would have.
So you only throw a party for certain employees, not all of them?
No, our managers.
Oh, so the regular workers don't get a party?
No. We invite them to like the dinner. Yeah, I guess.
So they get the ale house.
We invite them to clean up.
Clean up our shit.
But like the managers, we could bring to Crest and have like a nice
dickheads.
So we actually put out I say we as Samantha did it. But she asked the BDM page, like, does your company give you any crappy Christmas parties or gifts or whatever?
You know, the incentives, the premiums this time of year. It's always you and I love it. It always holds like sort of a special place in our hearts. The shitty Christmas gift from the company. I'm a fan.
I also like what Clear Channel used to do too, is that they would supposedly raffle off a gift to everybody, but it was all gifts that we got from sponsors and shit too.
Are you kidding me? No, it wasn't even that.
It was like Becca from accounting got a $20 gift certificate to Eyeglass Superstore. Yeah. Like, you got that for free, and you're giving it to her. You're giving everybody your garbage.
And it always seems like though whatever drama or whatever's going on at the time will follow you into the gifts, because I remember the year that I resigned, that year's Christmas party, I won a gift certificate to Black Bean's dad's restaurant. And it's like, no offense to him, lovely man, and no offense to that family. I wish him all the best. I'm just saying, you honestly think I'm going to fucking go there? Can we trade this out?
It would be the equivalent of like us giving all our friends and family Tom and Dan merch for Christmas presents. Like, it's cheesy.
I wouldn't mind a hoodie.
Well, I'm just saying, but like it's a cheesy move. So who do we got on line one?
We got Kyle.
Kyle, are you there?
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's going on, Kyle?
So Kyle, what has your company done for you for Christmas, or does your company do for you?
So ours were a little bit better than the corporate events. It was hosted at someone's house.
Okay.
And it was more employee-driven and a little bit looser of a setting.
You know, I don't like the employee. Typically, it's the manager. Like, so for you and I, it would have been that main lady. And then you would all go to her mansion to have the party. I'm anti that. I'm way anti that. I did this with my wife one time.
You're showing it. You're like, look how much money I
I don't like it, man.
Come look at my mansion.
It happened when you and I were working with Orlando City. Because family-wise, they would have their holiday parties at the owner's house, and we'd go there. I'm like, God damn, this is amazing.
Well, that is a little different for us, because I was like, yes, I'm out of mansion, but I can imagine all the employees that are like full-time employees are like, look at your mansion.
No, we were independent.
Yeah, I felt like just a guest in some rich guy's mansion.
It was just weird.
So but this was set up by the employees themselves.
Yeah, and it was a non-profit, so we're all poor.
Okay.
Someone's two-bedroom duplex.
That's the saddest part about nonprofits is that they're all poor and they actually think they're doing something.
So let me ask you.
That's the saddest part.
So why do people feel compelled to even do these things? Because I understand that, like, you're looking at it like
fun, Tom.
You're like, okay, this is a nice gesture. I'm gonna make a big lasagna and invite everybody from this charity I work for who's also poor, and then I'm gonna give them lasagna. Like, don't you think these people would rather do something else on a Friday night?
It's harder for them to go to your house than it would be for you just to say, you got the night off.
Like, does anybody get excited about a free homemade lasagna at some coworker's house?
Who made it?
If it's one, yes.
Yeah. Or if Seth, I think Seth can cook when he's going full fat. Oh. I don't want any of your almond flour, but if you want to go full lasagna, I know you can cook.
Yeah, but
I can do a good eggplant lasagna.
No, I want fat kid food. You can go if you wanted to cook fat kid. You're good at it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Is it worth? And here's the problem with company events: is you have nothing to talk to any of these people about except for business and work.
Yeah.
So all you do is you show up. Everybody's dressed weird because it's everybody's dressed casual, and then like the way they dress, so that throws you off. And then you have nothing to talk to about it. And then you start start just talking about work again, and you're like,
this place is miserable.
Is this worth some lasagna? No, of course not. So you're at the house, and is it a home cooked kind of deal?
They've had out some like old stinky KFC or something. No one really put a lot of effort into the food, but it was just a big excuse. It was like a free pass for getting drunk, and then kind of looking nice. But
so you dress up, get drunk.
People look forward to it.
I think Sam and Butler are the only two. I would say Sam, Butler, and Seth are the only three in this room that care about the actual getting dressed and dressing up and looking nice for the night. I used to be that guy.
Okay.
10 years ago, I loved put on the bow tie, put on the whole knot. Now, fuck it, I don't even care anymore.
But I'm looking at it like, do you want to actually go?
No, that's what I'm saying. I used to love to get dressed up and go out on the town with my wife or my girlfriend at the time. Could care less now.
Well, ours was everyone I worked with was mostly alcoholics.
Right.
So it was a good crowd. It was a good time.
So, but
I was go ahead.
All the alcoholics I know, including myself,
would
like
rather
to
drink
get
at
drunk
home alone in a dark
Yeah.
room.
Yeah.
Don't gotta drive.
I only like one small lamp on in the room, and preferably near me, so if people were walking in, I'm backlit.
And most alcoholics that I know don't like to be, I guess, shamed by the amount of, like, because then people are bringing up, like, is that your 8th White Claw? You start bringing it up. Your
That's
coworker.
what's it to you. I like to be left alone. Don't count my White Claws and don't talk to me.
So it's it was a bunch of people getting drunk at a
Someone's house.
shitty house party.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Would you rather what did you think of it? You'd rather not go there, right? Was there a way to get out of it, or did you feel shamed into going?
A little shamed into going. If it was kind of like if you didn't go, then you were no fun, because I worked
Not
with
a team player, yeah.
People should embrace being no fun.
Yeah, but
It's worked for me.
I don't care if I'm no fun.
It's actually not been bad the past few years.
Well, I don't care if people think I'm no fun. What I cared about, and this particular lady called me at my house that you and I used to work for, because she thought that me not going to her dumb Christmas party was in some way insulting to her when she had just had just fired multiple of my friends.
Right.
And I was like, and when she did call me, this manager, big boss, I told her I'm not really feeling it. And she couldn't really disagree with me. I was just I'm not feeling it. You're firing a bunch of people. It doesn't sound fun to go to Post-Time Lounge and have 2 Mick Ultras. I'm just not feeling it.
That's why I keep my girlfriend on her online job only, so she doesn't have any employees to go do all that stuff.
So in your email, Kyle, you said that it was typical that you were told that people would sleep over at the host's house, right?
Oh.
As to not drive home drunk?
Because it was kind of like a close group of friends, and like we're all pretty tight. But as the night progressed, that was my plan. I got kind of tricked into getting too drunk. I was only
I
like
got tricked.
22. I was a rookie. And then towards the end of the night, everyone who had said, people always stay over, you don't have to drive home. It was before Uber time. And then everyone started leaving, and my boss had to drive me home.
No.
Because no one ended up staying there.
I also want to mention that he said he confessed his love to a sober coworker.
There's nothing good comes from Christmas parties.
That's what I picture of Christmas parties. Is
He
people
threw up next to the house and danced to the WAP with more energy than anyone else.
Again, Kyle. So
That sounds fun, Kyle.
That also happens at Christmas parties, company Christmas parties, where there's one person that gets obliterated
Too drunk, yeah.
and makes a fool of themselves. And every time that I see that happen, I'm always like, how did you not know? You knew about alcohol. You've had experience. It's not like someone gave you some sort of magic potion. You didn't know what, you're like, oh, I feel weird.
It snuck up on me.
When you have 7 or 8 vodka tonics, you know what that'll do to you. Yeah. How do you get yourself there?
Well, so up until like midnight, I had it locked in. I was at like a cool .12. right where I wanted to be, and thinking that it would be over like midnight or 1 o'clock. But then the big bosses showed up, and they're big partiers. And then it was, let's take a shot for this boss, and let's take a shot. And one of them brought like some fancy liquor or something, and so that really got me. I was right where I needed to be, and then I got peer pressured into shot.
There's always a boss that has the really good fancy liquor or bottle that's made like from
Sometimes there's the flirty manager. I remember that I got in trouble with Drew Garabo. I don't know if he'd remember this, but Jenny Sue Rhodes was it would have been our Linda Bird of when I was working. Boss, my biggest boss when I was working for Drew. And they were playing Celine Dion, her whatever the Titanic song.
My Heart Will Go On.
My Heart Will Go On. And you know that move where and you jump into the person's arms. And I ran across the dance floor, I was hammered, and I think everybody was. And instead of jumping into Jenny Sue's arms, I went low, and then I slid on my belly under her skirt and through her legs.
Oh my God.
And Drew was not happy about that because she was our biggest boss, and we broke a lot of rules. And he thought that maybe it was going to give some unwarranted attention to us, and it actually ended up being okay. I had to meet with her the next day, but she just said it was really funny, and she was like just razzing me,
So-
like brought me in there to make me scared that she was going to do something.
When the boss drives you home drunk, do they mention it the next time you work? Like you walk in, you're like, "How you feeling?"
I
Give
hate
you shit about
I
it.
hate that.
It's the worst.
I didn't stop hearing about it for probably a month, and then every Christmas after that. I worked there for like 8 years, and then it was like, "Oh, Kyle, go easy, the Christmas party."
Yeah.
He had only been working there for 4 months prior to this.
Christmas
party.
Because I got all
He's a
those.
new guy.
You're gonna go dance with the managers there?
Yeah.
I used to get that. So yeah.
Lots of people got real drunk, but I was like a rookie, so I didn't really earn it yet to be wasted at the Christmas party. But they peer pressured me pretty good into getting too drunk.
Okay.
Just to tell stories.
All right, Kyle. Thanks for calling us today. We
That
appreciate
one's
it.
solid. Take it easy, buddy. Have a great weekend.
I do like
Have a good one.
the people that peer pressure you into taking the shots and getting drunk are the same people that also fuck with you for getting too drunk. That it's like, what do you want from me?
Yeah.
You wanted me to take the shots, and then you're making fun of me for getting too drunk. This is what happens.
If I may pay you a compliment, you are the best buddy to drink with and get disgustingly hammered because you will never, and I repeat, never the next day go, "Hey, really sipping on Grandpa's cough syrup last night."
No, never
You won't. He won't act like the next day, like an adult is the next day, and he will act as if he was never there, and he will never say shit about it. You will not.
I'm wired to not make people feel bad.
He's
on the show.
No, bullshit. You're just awkward, and you don't want to bring it up because you feel like it's awkward, and it causes confrontation. That's why. It's not out of a good place. It's out of a fucked up place.
Whatever. Listen,
Butler, how's your seat? Get my popcorn.
Get some gasoline. I'm gonna go get some.
If you walk around picking up trash because you're crazy and you think the demons left, whatever the reason, you're still picking up the trash. All I'm saying is I do this stuff, and it's
no matter the
betterment
reason
of society.
No, context matters of what you do.
So
We got one more person on line one. We got Ed.
All right.
This is the one that had me laughing in the office.
All right, Ed, holler at me. What did you do, and how was your, I guess, are we going worst company Christmas party experience?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I work for a home improvement store, box store, pretty big.
All right.
So,
Home Depot.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe. No. I mean, what?
Do you have one of those? All right.
It wasn't a great year for the company. It had started a downturn. We had a really high year last year. We lost a good manager, so we had a new store manager who wasn't, good at all. And so the company didn't earn as much as what they like to call fund. So we knew that this year was going to be a little rinky-dink.
You guys had a fund. I love it.
Yes, and the code words for everything. Of course, we don't know
what goes in or how much it is, that's all really hush-hush because they don't.
Oh, Ed, did you ever have to do those meetings? I work for Home Depot. Did you ever have to do those like company spirit meetings where the manager and everybody and they talk about how they bleed orange and then they wanted to do a chant and God, I hate
bang on the bucket.
Oh, I hated every second about it. Oh man.
Bleed orange. Yep. Mm-hmm. And the propaganda in the break room on the TV 24/7. That was great.
Chef's kiss.
So, and the bar wasn't set incredibly high because the two before that had been at 3 Points Bowling Center. So, rancid meat and some beers were all we were really looking for.
3 points.
I like 3 Points Bowling Center. Shout out.
Oh, it was awesome. No, we had a great time. I'm just saying that the food might have been a little bit, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Was this a Michael Scott scenario where the manager of said franchise, the Home Depot, it's not a franchise, so the manager of Home Depot gets some sort of fun fee bonus for sales or whatever, hitting objectives, and then that manager decides where to take all the employees out?
Yeah, it goes to the store, but it does seem like there might be some potential or skimming off the top because where we ended up was not exactly great. And the two parties at the 3 Points Bowling Center, we were actually the top 3 in the district, so they got quite a bit of money into the fun fund, but it didn't seem like a whole lot of it was, coming back to us at the store.
Gotcha.
So what was...
Somebody was funneling the fun fund.
Was it a scenario where they rented the whole place out and then they decorated it, or did they just show up at a random...
Nope. It was, they were scary bikers. There was a creepy guy from, Cracker Barrel that was really interested in me, per se, and tried to tell him politely that, do what you want to do, but I'm not homosexual. He was not deterred. It was very...
You can't say deterred when you're making that.
So literally they just said like, hey, show up at this bowling alley. This is where our company Christmas party is going to be. They didn't rent out the back room.
I have seen a couple of show-ups. Even for going away parties is the most... that's the one that hurts my heart. Mm-hmm. I showed up to a going away party with Andrea for one of her coworkers, and they showed up, and they're like, it's going to be about a 45-minute wait for your table. And I'm like, well, you guys didn't get a thing? They're like, no, it's just spur of the moment. I'm like, well, this just proves that you don't fucking care about your employee because you gave it zero thought. You just drove to a fucking BJ's Brew House and asked for a table. That's not
that's just
a
me
party.
here.
That is not like, I told Andrea, this looks bad, right? She's like, just I'll get you a pizza and a red ale. Just shut up. I'm like, yes, ma'am. I'll just sit there silently.
You didn't even bother to get the corporate room at Panera and decorate it.
In fact, in this one, we sat in a booth in one area, and the person retiring was on the other side of the restaurant.
Yeah. So, did they pay like the boss? Like, I'm paying for everybody one round. Like, how does that work?
Well, no, actually, they got us at least a third of the lanes in shoes if you wanted to bowl, but that wasn't necessary. I mean, not everybody bowled, but, they did do that.
My God. Yeah. So, I mean...
Tell them about the food, Ed.
Oh, well, see, the 3 points actually wasn't bad, but that was, before party. That was the okay but good party. I'm talking about the last year that was at the Caribbean Shack that was... bad, where we had to stand in the rain and our trucks got
That's
towed.
That's the one you emailed me about. Tell us that one, Ed. God damn it!
You guys pissing off the producer, Ed.
I was just trying to tell you how the bar was not that high.
Okay.
But, gotcha.
so the bar, pretty low, but we're excited. So we all get the GPS coordinate thing, and it takes us past outside incorporated Orlando, past the Milk District. It almost looked like we were going to Lake Nona, so we all got really excited. That's not where we went. We went farther south, a little bit more west, and it was literally looked like it was at a storage unit. But
so, what did you know? There was a name on the address, or just like show up at this address for the Christmas party?
It had. It was like come to this. It was a restaurant. It was a restaurant that was actually kind of a shack that was pretending to be a restaurant that didn't really have a legal address, I guess. Because if you went around the storage unit, the storage facility, then there was an open lot, and then there was a road a paved road that led back to the left, and then that's where the restaurant was. But it was facing a major road, but it wasn't connected to it.
So it was like in a garage that was built off the side of a side street that wasn't actually incorporated for the actual area it was zoned.
Correct. Yeah.
How did a guy that, like, if you're a store manager of like a Home Depot or a Lowe's, you're making bank.
No, but
I think you're making like 150 to 200,000, depending.
Damn.
I think so. Like that's a big position
like,
with
maybe,
a lot of
but
employees.
if you're not gifted anything for your party, you know, like we have a small staff here, right? Imagine if you had this guy's job and were gifted nothing in your budget for these people, but still had to come up with something.
But just don't do it. Just give them whatever.
No, I understand,
you know what I'm saying?
but we as society have set expectations for what needs to get done.
But how does that guy not know that doing the company Christmas party at some shack and buttfuck nowhere is going to be good? You know what I'm saying? Like
maybe he does, and he's just getting off on it.
like he's doing it.
He's doing it on purpose. Like,
So,
fuck this.
what
Interesting. There are those people.
So
I don't think the bad in people.
Did the person rent out the whole restaurant, and was it decorated, or did you just show up?
No, we showed up, and we rented out technically the patio section because we weren't allowed back inside after we got our food and when it started to rain.
Okay.
Wait, so you just had to sit on the patio?
On a
Were you
concrete
covered
slab?
at all or no?
It was a slant cover, but the rain was coming in
lean-to.
sideways, so we were kind of squished together on the left side, trying not to.
Yeah, that's
So
Seth. I gotta leave. Get the car and quiet all the way home scenario.
Yeah.
Did the boss say like, "Hey, I'm sorry"? Like, did he explain himself?
It was one of those don't mention it type deals.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like you just kind of played the part and was like, I had a great time.
When people that do this, are they older managers or there's a younger guy? Like maybe he just doesn't know, he's ignorant.
Yeah,
Is
how old is your manager?
Because that's important.
Actually, it was a woman, and she was very young. She had come from the corporate side. She had been in the store as a cashier, but then went the corporate side to kind of HR-like, and then didn't have much in-store experience. That's how the store kind of went from the top 3 to the last store in the district.
It's because it's a woman running.
It seems to me.
Well, she's
Seth at thejungle.com.
So this
You don't see Felicia running my gym, do you?
And thanks for calling in, Ed. I appreciate it. But I'll end with this. So here's the problem with the company Christmas party. I feel like
next year I'm just going to read the emails because they left out so much of funny
I
stuff.
kept watching Sam try to help them tell their stories.
I'm trying, man.
yeah,
I know.
Yeah,
You did a good job.
He said the restaurant was Caribbean themed, kind of, but only had like 10 trays of food for almost 200 people.
Oh my, 200 people's a lot of
that's a
people,
lot.
dude.
That includes 4 trays of stale, multicolored nachos. They had one meat. They had one meat, inedible shrimp with so much spice they could have been rotten. Then the rest of the trays were variations of pasta, one of which I am certain was elbow macaroni with ranch dressing, bacon bits, and diced onions.
Yeah, you should just read
I
this.
know. I don't
I think I would eat that.
And the macaroni salad?
It's not going to help your
With ranch
body,
and bacon,
but
that
it
sounds
probably
good.
tastes
And then he
good.
says there was live, quote, entertainment from a 40-something low-energy nerd with a keyboard and a steel drum. I paid him $20 so he would stop playing his originals and come to the table to chat. He gave me a copy of a CD, and it was bad.
Give me the CD I'll play it on the show.
To top it all off, they had only like 12 parking spots, and we parked in a field next door. We came out of the restaurant to being towed away.
Oh man,
Oh, Jesus.
See, they left out all the good stuff.
I should have known that people are better writers than they are
Well,
storytellers.
during that
nervous,
last story, yeah, that guy was nervous laughing. I look over to the Twitch chat room, and old Concrete Mike's talking about, this guy's so boring, I got an ant bite on my cock I can talk about.
He also
Apparently, Toad Concrete
Mike also said he got banned from a Froggers for putting his testicle in a double shot glass.
Concrete Mike's so bored.
I've been there.
He's like, this guy's so boring, I'm going to talk about the ant bites on my cock and the time I got banned from a Froggers.
So the worst part about it is that
I gotta give one of those guys a prize. So
Yeah,
you
that's
pick.
fine.
You want me to just read the email to you and you
Just give
pick?
it to Concrete Mike.
yeah. Give it for the nut shot glass. So it feels like most people just go to the Christmas party or the company Christmas party because they feel like if they don't, that the manager or
Yes.
boss or owner is going to be mad. So
Yeah.
that's their only motivation to going
But
to these
you
things.
have to understand. So
what is it? Why?
No, I'll tell you why. So think about it from this perspective. If you are a lower level manager, and let's say I'm the manager of you 5 or 4, I have a party, right? And my party sort of reflects my job, meaning the amount of people, the amount of the 4 that show up to my party
As who likes you.
reflects.
Okay, yeah.
So, am I well respected?
It's all
am
about
I well liked?
That's
am
why
I yada yada? It's all about their ego, what they
Yes!
are. So if you don't show up, you reflect to other managers and inside the.
You don't care about the
remember,
company.
It's like a cult. It's a closed
It is,
circuit
yeah.
bullshit,
Yeah, yeah.
right? So it reflects in company policy. If let's say Butler didn't show up, well, let's say
why-
you 3 did and Butler didn't. Well,
Yeah,
he
yeah.
doesn't respect any, or
Yeah,
Tom
yeah.
didn't, and you 3 did. Well, Tom doesn't.
I'll
Then
take
it just
Tom's
so
side.
you need
yeah.
everybody to show up because that's the only way it fake tells everybody
Yeah,
that
it's
everything's
Michael Scott.
fake okay,
Yeah.
but it's not okay.
Yes.
It's totally not okay.
But I think it's
really
good to
bad.
have like that camaraderie to.
Yeah,
No
but
one
only
will-
if it's real.
Yeah, but
If
you're
it's
the
not
if it's real, if it's real, yeah.
If it's real.
But how do you? The
We are.
owners and the managers don't know that. Like, but
Right.
hold on. Like I contend that majority of people, maybe not. I used to use the term dislike their job, but it's a job, right? It falls into like it's a job. I'll take it or leave it, or whatever. Some are better than others, but I'm yelling at the managers and the owners of these companies that keep on doing this same Christmas stuff because the only reason that your employees are coming to this is because they're afraid if they don't, it'll
be
look bad
fired.
on their
Yeah.
job. Or not even they'll be fired. It's just you're the guy that didn't show up, and you're gonna.
Dude.
So
Well,
why?
I agree.
Why?
Well, I agree.
People are doing Zoom holiday parties this year.
Oh God!
Oh,
Fuck
see,
off
Do
with
not
that.
make anybody do that because then you're like, "Fuck! I gotta say."
I was gonna say that's a good idea.
no, because
I was literally thinking that was
Seth
like,
is this guy that you.
No,
You're
I
wasting-
know my employees like it.
you know what they want to do? They want to spend time with their families or
Yeah.
anything else.
Anything else.
They don't want to spend time with the people they work with.
I mean,
That's work.
Honestly, I love spending time with my family. But you know what I really need? I really just need some time by myself.
If you feel anything,
I really just need 1 hour alone. That would
Concrete
be.
Mike is calling. I don't know if you want to.
yeah, man, I guess.
we gotta go to break soon, but let's.
Let's hear about his balls.
Mike, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. What's going on, guys?
Hey, how's the cock?
Oh, that's okay. It was years ago I got bit.
Oh, okay.
Well, Mike, I'm glad you
Everybody in the
called.
chat room's telling me to call in. What story y'all want to talk about?
Well-
The balls in the shot glass or the fire ant?
Well, we'll talk about that, but to go along with the theme, that's what I like
He's
about.
always at the ready.
I feel like a lot of blue collar jobs don't do this bullshit.
Yeah, because they're
Christmas
fucking
parties.
smart.
Yeah, all
And they're
real
the
men
backbone of this country, and it's way better.
The most they'll do is
It's
like
just way better. Blue collar for life.
the last day of work
It's just
before
better.
Christmas, they'll drink a 12-pack on the back of their tailgate,
Well,
with their buddies.
Well, but if you ask me, would you rather
That's
go to
ba- yeah.
post time for your boss, for your manager,
And get
and
a
stand
free
around for
towel?
2 tickets, or I'll just give you a 12-pack of cheap beer, Bush. I'll take the Bush.
or after
and I'll
work.
go sit on my balcony and drink 12 beers. It's
Yeah.
great.
So you don't have to deal with Christmas parties, right?
Yeah, actually, we just had our Christmas party 2 Fridays ago.
What'd you
No,
guys
last
do?
Friday, actually. And it was catered by Four Rivers Barbecue.
Fuck
we got our
yeah.
bonus checks. They had raffles. They were giving out 55-inch Samsung TVs.
Where the hell you work?
Barbecue smoke, barbecue
I'm gonna go work with
smokers.
Concrete Mike.
Are you guys hiring?
God damn it.
So maybe
blue
I
collar
got a
better.
five-figure bonus on top of all this.
God damn!
I'm gonna go work with Concrete Mike.
Yeah, so maybe it's
The most I ever got was a fucking turkey and a Starbucks gift card that they didn't even put the money on it. Do you remember that?
yeah. So maybe it's the corporate bullshit. It's the fucking
you
Dunder
need to work.
Mifflins
No,
of
but
the
if you
world.
work for small,
Yeah.
blue
Yeah.
collar concrete company,
Yeah.
you know,
Oh, 'cause
I mean,
they're banking.
I
Yeah,
just feel like you're
like
gonna
Four Rivers
Yeah, but-
and money.
Well, think about it.
God damn, that sounds good.
Remember when I worked for the independent radio station, Press
Yeah.
Broadcasting was the original Real Radio, and their company parties and what they gave you were amazing. They gave me a pair of these headphones. That's $99. They gave me $100 cash. They gave me food, a turkey, a $50 Winn-Dixie gift card. I mean, they just
when
packed
everything's
it
good
full
except
of like
Winn-Dixie.
really good.
How
Well,
dare you.
this is 30
Trash panda.
30 years ago,
So
28 years ago. I mean.
Concrete Mike, let's we'll go to break with your balls in a shot glass got banned from Frogger story. What do you got here?
He's laughing.
And then we'll take our toast. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah. How'd you get banned from Froggers?
Balls away.
How did I get banned from Froggers? Well, I mean, we're all in there. We used to hang out after work. Say again?
No. Yeah, you hang out after work at Froggers.
Yeah, we'd all go hang out at Froggers after work, sit there and get shit-faced drunk. And, guys are pretty bad when they're all together. One of the guys was talking about how his girlfriend had his whole dick and balls in her mouth at the same time. Giving him a blowjob the night before.
That's the gobbler.
When you're hanging out with a bunch of concrete guys, it's different than when you're...
It sounds awesome, though. I feel like I'm a natural-born concrete man.
It's different than the Boost Mobile Christmas parties.
Oh, my God. My Cyberpunk 2077, the download, the patch won't work.
So, it's, everybody's getting a little...
no blowjobs there.
Start to... telling everybody what you think about
laughing, and I tell them there's no way that could happen with my girlfriend. Her mouth ain't big enough to fit my balls in. With the whole thing. And they're like, no way. And they're like, bullshit. I'm like, I told them, I said, look, I can put one of my nuts in this double shot glass and fill it up. And they're like, no, I'll take your whole bar tab on it. So I whipped it out.
Smushed it in there?
The damn shot glass, and then one of the waitresses seen me. And I got kicked out instantly.
Now,
and they got,
Sir.
there's like a dusty ghost man. He's covered in like ghost dust. He's over in the corner. He put his balls in a double shotgun.
So did she have to do it? Did you the 22-year-old
the fat manager?
Yeah, or the big fat manager?
Yeah, no, she got the manager. She got the manager. I got kicked out. And,
did you at least get to keep the glass?
Our owner of our company frequented that place all the time, and they knew who we all were.
Oh, no.
They sent a letter to the company and talked with the boss about it, and then he banned the rest of the company. Nobody could go to Froggers no more.
Damn it, Mike!
I'll stand behind my employees' balls and his double shot glass.
This was like 20 years. This was like 20 years ago. I would have been fired nowadays, but 20 years ago.
Back in the good old days, your boss would get your back and fuck Froggers.
You just get banned from Froggers. So you pull your genitals out.
You could have got arrested,
No,
in a family-style restaurant, and all you do is get banned.
No, they turned it around. They're like, I don't want anybody going to Froggers anymore. You see?
I got a similar story about Mako's. Me and Tom Wall were getting banned from there.
From Mako's?
Yeah.
You pull his dick out?
Oh, yeah, his balls.
How did you get banned from Mako, Seth?
Well, it's kind of a similar
You're doing your own show now.
Kind of a similar situation. We got a bottle at Mako's of all places, so we're all sitting around a bunch of fighters and Tom. This was a while ago. And anyway, we got wasted, and for no reason at all, we didn't bet, we didn't talk about balls. He literally just took his balls and placed them inside the big ice bucket thing, and I started.
That's called the shark bite.
Oh, okay. And I started taking the ice and mixing his balls, like pouring the ice on top of his balls in the thing, and making glasses. Making drinks with his ball ice.
But you're a hypochondriac.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. So the waitress saw us and was like, what are you doing? And Tom just left him. He didn't put him away. He just kept his balls there, like dangling and like showing his balls to them. And I kept mixing the ice on top of him. And
I have to go get the manager. Wait, he's snorting coke in his business office with piles of money upstairs. I've been there. All right.
Let's do the shot. Let's go to break. All right, here we go, Butler. There you go.
All right, cheers to my colon, putting up with all my shit. Rock and roll 90210.
All right.
I like that one.
What are we drinking?
This is Delirium Red. It's actually a beautiful Belgian strong ale with hints of almond and sour cherries. I highly recommend this stuff. You can get this everywhere. This is
Oh, that's good.
Wow, that tastes like a candy.
Well, I also put in some, what is that, the peanut butter whiskey.
Added stuff
we added a little peanut butter whiskey in there to make it a peanut butter and jelly.
That is really good.
Screwball whiskey.
You put a little screwball
a little
in
bit
there.
of screwball in there to make it a peanut butter and jelly.
That's strong.
Yeah, that is.
Oh yeah, well it's whiskey and 8% delirium.
I'm blowing my muffs off.
Really good. Long first segment. Keep that in mind, Mr. Van. As we ease.
My stomach's
brand new music from a band I love. If you buy this right now on Bandcamp, I believe all the proceeds, it may not still be going on, but they were doing a deal where all the proceeds go to help out charities. And this is a band based out of Orlando. They listened to the show named Debt Neglector. I love them. The name of this song is Bad Faith. So we're going to go into that now. 1-844-TOMNDAN if you'd like to call. show@tomanddan.com if you'd like to drop us an email. And we'll be right back. Praise lasers or whatever.
But they just make you unsafe. Get you crossing county lines instead. Healthy women.
kind of want you to freestyle over this. This is Smart Death. The name of the song, Waste My Time, featuring Billis. You're welcome back to Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
And Samantha and Butler and Seth all here.
So we're going to do another BDM Poker game December 17th.
Yes.
I think last time, when did we start at 7 or 8 last time? I think 7, right?
Was it? I thought it was 8.
I think around there. But if you go to bdmpoker.com, you know, it'll be up there and all the you know, how to register and how to get in. But it's $10 buy-in. It's a little BDM tournament.
Fun, man.
Me and Daniel played last time. I won.
You
won.
I
real
didn't,
cash.
I didn't even do shit, but
Won
I had a great
$150.
time, man.
Yeah.
It was really fun.
And the more players we get, the more money will be in the end pot. And then there's usually a cash game, BDM cash game if you get knocked out of the tournament. But anyway, you can look at it at bdmpoker.com and get all the details. So let's do some Seth news.
All right. He has news, right?
Mm-hmm.
99 MRIs trying to prove he's gonna die. The CTE is kicking in with every new hit at the gym. He laid out Kimbo with an attack, but the Russian won't call him back. And we all forgot about that fight. Just more proof alone you're gonna die. It's Seth Petrozelli with your douche bro news.
News today brought to you by ABC Fine Wine and Spirits. Use hashtag TDABC when you buy any of your holiday craft beer, wine, spirits. If you buy something from thehumidor.com, use our promo code Tom and Dan when you check out, and you'll save 20%, I believe.
And go now, because if everybody is doing what I think they're doing, a lot of your favorite boozes, liquors, libations might be gone. Like my favorite, 70s.
People are stocking up crazy.
Shelves, I don't know, buddy.
All right, Seth.
White Claw 70s.
What do we got first?
All right. A man serving 90-year sentence for selling marijuana. He was released from prison.
No, I heard about this.
Oh, you did?
I don't know if I believe that.
Yep. While serving a 90-year prison sentence for selling marijuana.
How much marijuana?
Richard DeLisi's wife died, as did his 23-year-old son and both his parents. His adult daughter was in a horrific car accident and suffered a paralyzing stroke as a result. Oh my God. He never met two granddaughters. A lifetime of missed memories. Sounds like shitty missed memories, but he missed memories nonetheless. But the 71-year-old, he walked out of Florida prison Tuesday morning, grateful and unresentful as he hugged his tearful family.
Unresentful?
After serving 31 years, he said he's just eager to restore the lost time. So he was sentenced to 90 years for marijuana trafficking in 1989 at the age of 40. Even though the typical sentence was only 12 to 17 years, he believes he was targeted with the lengthy sentence because the judge mistakenly thought he was part of an organized crime because he was an Italian from New York.
No,
we do this to Italians. Us Italians all the time. I tell
now, when you first hear the story, you're like, this guy was sentenced to 90 years for a joint in his wallet, and then you're like, oh, he was trafficking an entire container ship full of bailed up weed.
But even that,
and you're like, no, I know,
I mean, like a container ship of what? You know, I mean, like.
But I'm saying, like, he was trafficking. I'm guessing a large amount.
But how do we?
But still ridiculous.
I understand, and you have to understand too that, you know, just because it's legal now doesn't mean you didn't do something bad then. So how do you even retrofit this? How do you go back? How do you fix it?
Well, you let him out of jail. He's 91, but his whole family's destroyed. So
no. I mean, like now there's you know, thousands of people that probably will
not 91.
Have to deal with this.
No, he's
sentenced to a 90 year.
Yeah, sorry.
He's 71.
Okay, sorry.
Close enough.
Yeah.
71, 91,
yeah,
same thing. I mean, it's the same
That's
thing. I mean,
God, imagine now that
So
our age,
he spent
going to
31
jail.
years. Yeah.
so like,
That's almost my entire life.
So what do you do?
Ugh.
What, for him or
No,
for
you know,
everybody else? Isn't
I mean, like, isn't that why we're talking about this story?
Yeah, they're going
Because
case by case.
It's a mess.
True Leave is actually spending money to
They
try
are,
to get
yeah.
people out of prison that have minor marijuana charges.
God, it
and
makes
so-
me feel better. It's like when I spend some money there, I could quite possibly be helping somebody who,
Yeah.
you know.
It does suck if you're sitting in jail for some
I got friends,
minor
man.
marijuana charge.
I have a friend that's in for 35 years
God damn.
for marijuana.
Now, some of it
man.
though is
Well, no, it was just what you're saying. It was massive.
Oh, okay.
Massive amounts
Grow
of marijuana,
operation, yeah.
and then that led to weapons, and
Oh.
then and these are people I know,
Yeah.
but it wasn't like it wasn't like, oh no, I'm just selling weed. No, it went weed to
I'm just selling
weapons.
medicine, bro.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
was not good.
Turned into
But
organized
my
crime.
point is, how do you fix that?
yeah. And some
Well,
of
you legalize it and you don't have to worry about that shit.
well,
Yeah, but you have all those cases. You got to
still
go back
all
and,
of
that, yeah,
and
yeah.
try to fit them back into society.
Expungement and
and
everything, yeah.
some of it is the way you phrase it, where it's like this guy is in jail for like you're like 25-year sentence for having a joint in his pocket. And you're
Right.
like, what the hell?
Right.
That's crazy. This guy, and then you find out like, oh, it was the third strike, you're out type
Right,
of deal.
right.
And he robbed a dozen people before. And like,
There's
yeah,
always a
and
little
it's
bit
like-
more.
It's like
Yeah.
I did rob 6 people, and then I beat my old lady a couple times, and,
Right.
and then the joint was a final.
Well, that's my point. Is like this guy that I know, was he only selling weed? Yes, as far as I know.
Yeah.
But there's so many other things that sort of go along with that.
yeah.
that,
I had 5 Uzis. I did have a little coke.
and
but
there were
with my
some,
buddies.
and there were some stolen vehicles, and there was some stolen property. And there was
There's a
some,
lot of crime.
yeah, I mean it.
But
doesn't-
focus on the weed.
Yeah.
Like, this is a traffic.
it doesn't not go hand in hand.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
unfortunately, I think that's the hurdle. That would have been the hurdle that my mom would have had to get over before she would try medical marijuana or even go. You know, she had dabbled now and again. I tried to get her to do that, for the ailments that she had. But the stigma of older generations is
Oh yeah, they've been brainwashed for
you
50
can't-
years.
You can't change it.
It's dope.
So what else we got?
No, don't make him move his phone.
But
My God.
like, how does weed not give you an anxiety attack every time you smoke it?
That's the one thing that I'm able to somewhat. I've learned to talk myself down a little bit when weed.
It's
other
the theory. It's controlling the anxiety
other-
because it's induced by you. Remember, I
know,
tell you about
because
this.
I know that that's
You
what's causing
created it.
Yeah, but the other things like, well, this actually does hurt. This actually is putting pressure. Maybe I am actually having a heart attack. That's me thinking like, but it's not the weed that's doing it. I know that as soon as I take a couple hits, I'll get that instant flash of a little bit of anxiety. But I'm like, this happens all the time. It'll go away. I just gotta keep
okay.
thinking this.
Now, see,
Does that help you with the
no, but
regular anxiety?
You should
or no?
flip your
'Cause that-
thinking.
Afterwards, after I get through that, yeah. I feel
You need to
great.
flip your thinking because I use that as a way to help my non-deliberate anxiety. I control, remember, it's been the joke forever about me telling you, I love to ride the dragon. And you're like, you're a fucking crazy person. But the reason I do is because I know that I created that anxiety. That's my anxiety.
You control.
Yeah,
you captured
it's mine. Yeah, it's my Pokemon.
It's like
It's mine. I created it, so I can control it. So I try to do that with my other anxiety. I'm just not good at it.
Yeah. It's you're fearing this dragon that's about to flying around, always about to get you. But then when you capture it,
Yeah.
then
I'm
you're
riding it.
then you're riding it. You're controlling the dragon.
Yeah, once you can control it, it's great. Next story: dozens of states and the federal government sued Facebook on Wednesday in twin antitrust lawsuits. You guys didn't talk about this yet, right?
No.
Okay.
We have
it's
not.
kind of big news.
I've been reading about it.
Yeah, alleging that the social media giant has abused its dominance in the digital marketplace and engaged in an anti-competitive behavior.
Because of Instagram and WhatsApp, right?
Yeah, that was my next paragraph. Sorry.
Don't step on a story.
No,
Let me check
sorry.
it. It made me lose my place.
No.
Oh, okay. It's requiring the company to divest assets, including Instagram and WhatsApp, effectively breaking up Facebook as we know it. The states are also calling for the company to be broken up if necessary.
So
yeah.
basically,
Which I to be honest, I agree.
So
with
what
you.
would
They're
it just
saying
become
it's a
like
monopoly.
Facebook East,
Yeah, it's a
Facebook
monopoly.
West,
They're
and
saying
then
it's
just
a
have like
monopoly.
2 separate like CEOs kind of running it?
Yeah, I don't really know. I didn't fully understand why that would be considered a monopoly of some sort.
okay.
30 billion
That's
users.
all-
That's
there's
why.
So
No, I get it. I
There's no other
just like
platforms besides.
yes, but
those-
I've heard this theory from like a professional social media.
it sounds to
person
me
or whatever.
like they're just trying to get in front of something before it does get too crazy.
Well, the theory being that these initial social media sites that came out, now I guess you can make the argument that TikTok is more recent and it still has an insane amount of followers, but the theory being that only the initial social media sites really have the majority of the power, because any new site that pops up is going to be hard to garner that many users.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
They're saying that by using its vast troves of data and money, Facebook squashes or hinders all the other companies perceived as threats. So
they will crush all these other small companies
Yeah.
that are popping up.
Right.
They've
and then
used their
one,
money
and then
power
like
to do that.
Instagram that actually did make it, they'll just buy them out.
They bought them out.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
sounds
yeah.
exactly
For
like your
1 billion was
idea for
Instagram.
local podcasts.
Yes, it does.
And this is why you've been like systematically trying to squash all other local
Well, they're falling by the wayside.
podcasts.
Look at 'em.
I started
Yeah,
with
well,
BYOCB.
Yeah, well, that's the one. That's the one that
Squash
you
that
told
one.
me was, not to
Yeah.
use a terminology from our internal documents, but I believe you called it Project X, and you had to execute a hit on BYOCB.
That's what you get, Fisher, for claiming you make more money than old Tom Van. I'll crush your podcast.
My God,
Sorry, cut that out.
He does make more than you.
I know.
not
way
on this
more.
podcast.
As
No.
a business
Why
owner,
did he even need to do a podcast?
doesn't.
Yeah, just enjoy your riches, Chris.
Yeah.
as a
You're
business
fine.
owner, though, it is nice to when I advertise on Facebook, I can automatically just have it sent to Instagram too. I do that a lot, so it is kind of nice to have that little.
We don't do any of that. I don't
Oh, I
believe in
do.
social media.
So they'll be forced to sell Instagram to a different company.
And WhatsApp.
And WhatsApp,
and-
which I like WhatsApp too. I use that for all my manager conversations.
Now,
Never used it.
so
Really?
It's great for encrypted messages.
Yeah, I have nothing to hide.
What am
I sell
encrypting?
grenades on there.
what is Instagram as of right now? What is that even worth?
Well, they sold it in 2012. I just read for $1 billion. So now, and they bought WhatsApp for like $19 billion.
Doesn't okay.
So I mean,
doesn't
it's got to be
2012
worth
Gotta imagine.
5 times
But
as much.
2012
According to Bloomberg Intelligence report, Instagram was worth $100 billion by 2018.
Oh my
no,
God!
No, but my
Damn.
point is, hearing that when you said they bought Instagram in 2012 for $1 billion,
For $1
I'm
billion.
like, that is a steal.
No shit.
Yeah. Well,
Now it's 100
Well,
billion.
you got to think
Yeah.
that was
yeah,
2012.
think about
I mean,
the person
8
that
years
invented
came out.
Instagram. They're
I
like,
know.
$1 billion.
I'm just saying that, like, I look at Instagram.
But it's worth
like,
100 now. Like
Yeah.
it's worth 100 times more than you bought it. That's a good investment.
No shit.
Well, no, shouldn't we just bring everything back down though and say like Instagram's worth $1 million? And we got to start over.
So-
It's getting too crazy.
How
Stupid
big?
money.
Yeah, we got to reevaluate everything
Okay.
and bring it back down to like normal terms.
So what? Like, how many employees does Instagram have? Like, how many offices do
Google
they have?
that, I
Like,
think.
all I know is
like,
it's possible to get a hold of anybody if I have problems. Like I want to change
Yeah.
something.
That's true.
Is
Yeah.
it
Fucking-
is it thousands
Oh
of
my God.
employees?
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's,
Plus, they won't give me my check mark.
Okay, so
No, I got it on Twitter.
but
I get on Twitter too.
yeah, that's all I got. Twitter's easy to get it.
But I never know with these tech companies and these social media companies because like you can imagine it's like,
hell?
all right, how many employees does Ace
It's
Hardware
definitely
have?
they're definitely
So,
overseas.
They have over like 300 million daily users. How many employees do you think they have? And this was in 2017.
Okay, I'm going low because
Yeah.
because it doesn't take-
35.
Hold on, I'm going. They have 2,500 employees.
I say 150.
Butler, you want in on this?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with 5,000.
I'm low.
450 employees.
my
I was
God.
closest.
Yeah,
all
sure.
All
of
to the
them get a
pin.
bonus.
God, even if that's double, think. Okay, you got a.
No wonder you can't get a hold of anybody there when I fucking write them.
Wow. You've got $100 billion company with like even if they doubled that now or tripled or whatever, so say over 1,000 employees, like
Sure.
just over 1,000 employees. And this company's worth $100 billion. That's insane. Like the amount of overhead it takes to run is nothing.
Yeah, because
Like,
they don't
it's
ever get
yeah,
back
they
to
don't-
you.
It's all profit.
Well, there's really nothing to run, I guess. Besides
And it's all
making-
automated too
it's all
because if you
automated.
want to
I bet-
advertise,
I
you
bet
just
it gets broken a
Yeah,
lot.
advertising is easy. I just Yeah, they don't do anything.
Yeah,
This-
isn't it like a
they check it to make sure it's.
No,
I don't send Butler to drive to your place and have a meeting with you. You just go online and you're like, I want to pay you. Thank you. No one does it.
You are constantly having to have multiple checks and balances for child porn and just garbage. And
I bet they
hardware issues on top of that.
They'd probably just hire armies of Indian.
Well, first of all, they're going to have just layers and layers of code that needs to be written. Just
Isn't that included in the employees?
I don't think
no,
because that's 1099. I mean, so that's not your
So
employees.
there you go. That's where most of the people are then.
Yeah, I bet you there's armies of Indian 1099 workers for for a separate company that they monitor all the porn and there's a lot of computer software that just does it.
This is from our Twitch chat room, twitch.tv/TomandDan Live. Frashino says, WhatsApp was created by a graduate of Lake Howell High.
Really?
And he donated a ton of money to the school. We should reach out because I know that talking to a tech billionaire or a person that did it is not... he probably doesn't get a ton of people asking to hear from him. I wouldn't imagine.
I bet he sold it early.
Yeah, let's see if we can reach out and talk to the guy. That'd be cool.
Man, that's the new invention, right? You're hoping to
the app.
Yeah, like you're hoping to invent or come up with the next
software
app or the super popular. Although. That's gotta be.
I had a buddy who's
like
brother,
winning the lottery, right?
I had a buddy's brother. He invented an app back 20 years ago. It's called Seat Guru, and it judged every flight seat on every single plane, so you could actually get whatever the most access to, closest to this, closest to that. And he sold it for a lot.
You know what sucks about being an inventor nowadays? You have to know computers. That sucks for the Tom Hanks of the world.
I mean, not
What happened to the days when people like good old American wooden toys? I'm a goddamn puppet boy maker or a big wheel. I'm a wooden train maker.
Like what happened to the days where the average inventor dad could go into his garage where he tinkered with stuff and then he gets the spring out. He whittles the wood. And then he puts it. Then he's
it's a tiny little thing we hang on the wall to put all of our keys on. Great idea, Papa.
Now I can't. Now it's. I don't even know what the first step would be to try to write.
Think about it. Walk us through your process.
Okay, our first process.
Designing Tom Van. Here we go. Walk me through the process. I'll help you.
So I go on my computer and then I turn it on.
Wait, I thought you were going into your woodworking bin.
No. If I try to develop an app.
Okay.
Please don't even try this.
I go to my computer.
You type in Poolbur and see if anybody's done it.
You can't even figure out his email.
I would go to a piece of paper first and draw what the app icon would look like. That's the first thing I was thinking.
That's the funniest thing you've ever said because that's what podcast people do. They're like, first thing we need, a name and a logo. And I'm like, no, you need a show, you dum-dum.
Or then I go on Discount Mugs and get the logo.
Fuck those motherfuckers.
And then I get some polos with my logo on there. That's the first step. So I get me and my employees, which I imagine just Butler.
So the name of the show is Having a Beer with Mike. Here's our logo.
And then I log on my computer, and at first a pop-up of Butler's iTunes comes up that I can't ever get off, and I'm exiting that out. And then I realize I can't exit out; it won't go anywhere. So I just have to bring up Safari in front of it. So it's just hidden behind. I'm like, all right, that's good. It's gone. I can't see it. It means it doesn't exist. And then I go to Google, but to get to Google, I go to Ask Jeeves, and then I search Google and Ask Jeeves. Well, then I search Yahoo News a little bit.
All right,
to
so
see
what is your invention?
Well, then I have to figure out how to write the code for the app.
I thought you were going to hire people to do that.
Yeah, like Indians and...
What is your app going to be?
Yeah.
A social media app?
Yeah.
Okay.
I envision an app like you could post your pictures, right?
Okay. Ooh, hold on a second.
You got something here.
At first, I thought he's just gonna come with the same idea everybody's got, but hold on.
It's called InstaVann.
That might be the name of the show.
Here's the thing. This is the hook. All the
it's
pictures...
only pictures of Hook. When I say things, I'm so literal.
It's all different types of Hook. It's like, oh, this one looks like a drunk octopus. I love that one.
I do love that one.
I love
Hookgram.
That's why I love it.
Butler, mail it to yourselves.
Hookgram.
All hooks.
It's called Plenty of Hooks.
Plenty of hooks.
All right.
I wish Rate My Poo was not a thing.
It's still a thing.
I know. I wish it wasn't invented because that would have been a good
Next
story.
story.
All right. Here's a feel-good story. What started as a random act of kindness from one man paying for the car behind him in a Dairy Queen drive-thru resulted in over 900 cars also taking part in the Pay It Forward chain.
Wow.
900.
It's a busy fucking Dairy Queen.
Yeah,
Who's the person that broke it?
Actually, I didn't actually read that.
No, was this some sort
She's
of...
like, that bitch got his bimini top
Yeah,
up.
well, what I was
That
thinking
bitch.
of publicity stunt.
This screams
Yeah.
like some
See, I was thinking
local
so too.
radio station publicity
Yeah.
stunt. It was like, hey, just go to the local Dairy
Johnny's
Queen.
house did
yeah,
the same
yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It's holiday spirit is not dead. And that's
Yeah.
coming from Big Frog in the morning
Because there's no way that would naturally happen. Someone would be like, "Fuck that! I'm paying for the
Right.
person behind me." You're like it all because you'll do. I bet if you talk to a drive-through person, this happens every once in a while, probably near Christmas or whatever. But the chain probably never goes past
It
8.
says right here, 15
and then are you
or
a
20.
dickhead if you ask how much the order is for the person behind
It
you?
actually
'Cause
goes-
if it's too much, I'm not paying.
You are a bit of a dickhead, but you are allowed to ask.
Yeah.
I always do now because remember, I got
Well, you're gonna
that one time I came in, it was like
gotta-
$27 worth of donuts. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah, you got a $2
I was like,
free
this
coffee.
fucking lady. I was like, either you're morbidly obese or you're buying for the
the
whole
office,
because it was two
yeah.
of those Mug of Joe, Big Joe things,
Oh.
and all the donuts. I'm like, God damn, I just wanted a iced coffee and a donut.
The average chain, though, does last longer than what you think. What do you
Really?
think the average chain? What do you think?
God,
that-
I said it. I'll be surprised if it
5
doesn't pass
cars.
I was going to
8.
say 5.
I said 8.
15 to 20.
Really?
Oh.
Wow.
That's what I was about to say.
Wow.
Pretty good, man.
Sure, Butler.
Now it's
So the drive-through was in Brain Nerd, Minnesota, 100 miles north of Minneapolis. Is where this happened.
Minnesota.
and this usually happens at coffee drive-thrus, right? Because the price point is
Yeah.
I would assume, yeah.
reasonable. Like this doesn't happen at McDonald's
Or Chick-fil-A or something.
Yeah. Like I feel like that
It happened for 2.5 days with over 900 cars, raking in $10,000 in sales. Which it seems like that's not
It's
a lot
definitely
of
a stunt
sales.
then. I
That's
think it's-
fake.
If it's 2 days, it's definitely a stunt.
Yeah, you mean to tell me that every person was aware and opted
Right.
in?
When the
Like,
customer
I think the
came to the
cashier's got to be egging it along, like, hey, they're
that-
paying. Do you want to do that?
No, I
Yeah,
think-
let me tell you what he said. The next customer came to the fast food chain's window. Jensen explained what the man in front of them had done, and the acts of kindness continued to multiply because the guy.
I don't think
he
you're
probably
allowed
told-
to do that. I think if you are the person manning the drive-through,
And it's no
I think if you say anything to alter,
You've ruined it.
yeah, I kind of feel like you have because at that point you're
the
just
spirit of it is
You're
dead.
guilty.
yeah,
him.
you
Yeah.
killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he said
Shaming.
he gave updates to every person coming to the
No
window.
updates.
No.
No, it's fake.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You-
fuck
it-
Now I'm
updates.
mad.
All right.
literally-
At the
all
It
employee.
doesn't matter anyway because you're
You know
paying
what?
money regardless.
You ruined
To
Christmas.
make this legitimate, all you could say is, "Hey, that person in front of you paid for your order," and that's it.
Yeah.
And then you have to
Yep.
see if that spurs
and then
a
if they
person.
say,
Right.
"Well, what's the next order?" I'm sorry, the rules. You
No,
gotta say like that.
I think under the spirit of
No.
this, you could tell what the next order, like the
How much
amount.
was it? Well, the next order is it's going to be like $80.
Oh.
The guy behind
But-
you can only drive. He's in a like a hover machine.
Yeah, this if this wasn't some sort of radio stunt or TV thing or like a company stunt, I would be super surprised because for
Right.
sure one person would have refused to pay. Like, I mean.
Out of 900 cars?
Yeah.
Are you
There's
fucking kidding me?
no way. Because even if you said like, "Hey, everybody else did it, we're on 450," some dickheads
Why
would be
don't
like, "Hell no."
my dad would be like, "Fuck you!"
yeah.
You know, like
There's no way.
no, actually, he wouldn't. He liked doing that stuff.
I hate all the
I know you
corporate
do.
Christmas. We want to make you feel all you care about is money. Let's just be like you
Well,
don't give
there
two
is
shits
a
about.
war on Christmas right now. I don't know if you know that.
But it's all corporate BS, and none of this is legitimate. That corporation will step on your skull if it meant they could get
I would
$10 more.
But
It
what
doesn't
makes
matter.
me feel better as a consumer and as a human is that corporate Christmas is fake, and so is real Christmas.
yeah.
It's all fake.
Yeah.
So there, if you think about it like that, you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all
fake.
driven by capitalism.
Oh,
and
they were
everything.
posting this on their Facebook page
No.
too to promote it. Yeah,
No.
they were giving live updates on their Facebook page, the Dairy Queen.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
guess
all-
who benefited?
so
the Dairy
the-
Queen
Exactly,
they
yeah.
made $10,000 in 2 days.
Yeah, great job. You help no one.
yeah.
Because
How
everybody's
good-
still paying.
Also, by the way,
everyone's still paying.
How-
You're getting fat.
how good does that make you feel buying the guy behind you
Actually, this is
$3
great
coffee?
marketing for the Dairy Queen
Or a-
manager for sure.
Yeah,
Like,
ice cream.
I would
person.
show up just to
what if
fuck it up.
What
and
if
be
it
like,
never
"No, I'm
even
not paying."
started and he
Said he did
ate
it?
the sale for the one and then you know what I'm saying, and then started putting it on his Facebook.
Hold on,
Great.
and I contend every single one of those 900 people didn't do anything good because they received something and then they just passed it. Like so.
No, it's literally just pushing you paying behind you.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
all you're
So
doing.
everybody paid for what
Yeah.
they got.
Yeah.
The
Anyway,
900
so the only person that benefited was Dairy Queen.
The 900th,
Right.
the 900th person got a $10,000 bill at the end of the movie.
It's all
I like that. That's how we should do it.
I'm in the
Oh,
comment
shit.
section now on the post, and people are, who was the cheapo that broke the chain? And they're shaming people.
We keep this going forever. Make it great again.
They needed something off the dollar menu, lady. Jesus.
They don't. I don't think they have
There's a dude
dollar.
that
I don't
drove
think
through and
they
got the
do.
free water. You know, He's like,
Yeah.
I just want a water.
Yeah.
but also no way.
Can I use the bathroom?
Yeah.
They shut it down at 900. No way it legitimately
right at
900.
right at
nine.
No, yeah. All right. Anyway, next door.
All right, last one. An online, and I'd say this because this looks like something we could do and break, I think. An online entertainer broke a Guinness World Record when he created a tower of tortillas that measured 32.1 inches high. That doesn't seem that high, right?
Tortilla chips or
Tortilla,
A little
flour
over 2
tortillas.
feet.
Oh, you
flat
just
tortilla
stack them
things.
straight up.
Stack 'em
oh,
straight
I
up.
can,
Yeah,
I
we
can,
can beat
I can,
that.
I can
See,
beat
I'm
that.
thinking so too. Angel Zayas,
I think
24.
I did this at Don Pablo's when I was a kid.
Don Pablo's.
Fucking love Don Pablo's. They made their own.
Yeah, I did.
Oh, you did that?
I was a tortilla guy.
No, you did. This was
Of
supposed
course
to
he
be,
did.
it's supposed to be a
Of course he
Mexican
did.
lady.
Dude, the bus boys and the tortilla
You
ladies,
do
we
have
did it.
you have the dark features.
Yeah.
Are we adding this?
Who could be the
This
tortilla guy?
motherfucker has
Wait,
been.
are we adding this to the toll
I
tip?
mean, he has been everything. He's
Hold
been a skydiver. He's been a terrorist. He's been a fucking tortilla maker.
Hold on, you were the Don Pablo's
Uncle
tortilla-
Dijon. He's been Uncle Dijon's maitre d' at the restaurant.
Emma
Like,
Stone. So
Just yell at me.
you were Don Pablo's tortilla maker
Yeah.
behind the glass, and you were making on
No.
a big wheel.
It was like in the middle, and you walked up. They had like their little
Yeah.
fire.
Did
Did you have to wear
was-
sombrero?
It was
Press
the
them.
center point of the restaurant. Yeah.
I don't remember that. I guess I remember
You'd
And you'd
slide
give
up,
a
you'd-
ball of dough to the kids.
Yeah.
Remember, me and Daniel made the comment one time where because we saw when the lady that we saw when we were eating there was like an older Mexican lady,
Yeah.
and then we had
It made me laugh
theorized.
because everybody working there was like a tattooed white guy, and then they had one Mexican lady, and I'm like, well, that's some
Yeah, it made us. It made us theorize that they used her
Yes.
because it was more stereotypical.
Authenticity. They're like,
Yeah,
put her. You have to stay in here, Carmelita, because it's authenticity.
Yeah, you don't want the guy that looks like Justin Bieber with a neck tattoo. You're like,
Yeah.
this kills it.
Whoa, whoa,
You want the
whoa.
old umbrella.
He's making his tortillas. You know?
She looks like she's from old timey Spain making the tortillas.
I make tortillas. I make them great.
Yeah, so 31 inches seems like nothing.
No,
I feel
no,
like you
it
could
said it
stack-
took him 3 hours to stack that. 3
Yeah,
hours. And he prepared for the record by practicing with various different types of tortillas to find a variety that stacks the easiest.
I think
without
Butler
tipping.
could beat that Monday.
Hold on. No, no.
Second,
Challenge
Honestly,
accepted.
And then-
we could run to Publix because they come in stacks of like 20,
30.
right? Of 30. But like we could just go buy enough to just put stack. It could easily higher than.
I no kidding. I can stack tortillas from here to our drop down.
I
Guaranteed.
feel like 6 foot easily.
No,
Yeah,
I,
that's what I
I'm
think so,
telling
too.
you, I
But
bet
it's
my
gonna
daughter.
start leaning.
No, it will not. I
It
can,
feels like it mushes on itself, like it would.
no,
keep it down.
you just watch it and you do it in big stacks so you can balance. I could stack them to the lights. I know I can. I'm a natural born stacker.
The best part is at the end. He said when he comments, he goes, "It feels so amazing and like I accomplished a childhood dream of mine." That was what the fuck?
Are you trolling? This is bullshit.
Is this real?
Where do you get? Where do you get your stories, Seth? Where's
Onion.
it?
You gotta fucking from the onion.
What are you looking at? What is that?
UPI.com.
UPI.
What?
You get your story
United
from
Press.
UPI?
United Press International. That's this one.
Hold
I get
on.
it from different places.
That's where my Uncle Randy sees how Obama's stealing the treasury notes. Like, what the fuck are you looking at?
I go.
God damn it.
I go on my computer. I ask G's for Google, and then I go weird news stories.
You go to UPI. Oh,
You know
God.
what? You don't like my news stories? Fire me.
I mean, what?
You won't.
No.
Oh my God, that's
okay.
what Ross said. You know what? I remember that day when Ross said that to Tom, and I hid in the bathroom.
Well, it kind of worked. Now he just doesn't plug. It's way better.
You want to take a break?
Oh, yes, I do.
All right. Do you know La Bouquet?
What is that?
It's a band.
I've never heard of it.
Yeah, probably not. Yeah, I know you don't listen to
the
music.
local or
No. They're out of LA. Two guys named La Bouquet. The name of the song is Midlife Time Crisis. We'll be right back with more A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan.
I'm not young and I'm not old. I've got youth and I've got soul. I'll buy a Ferrari. Baby, I'm not an asshole. Don't make you a patriot. I want to watch your stupid statues fall to shit.
That is Debt Neglector. Welcome back to A Mediocre Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Dan.
I'm Tom.
Samantha and Butler and Seth all here. The name of that song was Sore Loser. It's off of the brand new EP from Debt Neglector that if you buy right now, I think the money still goes to charity, but if not, still go put some money in those guys' pockets.
Let's do some dump them out.
All right, now give me a second because this is what we had problems with earlier. We're going to see if this actually works. So, in theory, I should be able to go back to here. Oh, there.
We got too many topics on the list today. It's the end of the motherfucking show. So come on, baby, let's dump them out and play. I want to see your topics. Ooh, I want to also see your bottom mix.
Dump 'em Out brought to you by Sport Subaru, Sport Mitsubishi, right there on West Colonial Drive, and Don Mealy Chevrolet in Claremont.
That's weird.
Go talk to Mike Stacks at Sport Subaru, Sport Mitsubishi, or JC Harrelson over at Don Mealy Chevrolet, and get yourself a car for Christmas.
Mike Stacks should stack the tortillas and break the record.
Then he could be on UTI Media or whatever that was.
UTI.
Hey, what's up? It's me, Stacks. You might know me from Sport Mitsubishi and Sport Subaru, and I'm the Stacker, and I'm on UTI Media.
First, we'll go through the ones we already talked about.
Right.
Tape mouth, what is that?
I had the first time that I was able to tap in to something that I feel like mothers have, especially with daughters. But it is, I don't know if you feel, do you feel?
All right.
Stop it. Okay. Do you feel like Crystal has a connection with the sons that is different than yours?
Yes. Being the mom.
Yeah, I feel like
that's
that
a different
naturally they're
relationship,
more they're more connected, and that's not to say that there's more love or anything, but
my boys love her more.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
Yeah.
I
mean, they love me, but
no, I wasn't like since you went real, I'll go real. Yeah,
it's
Maisie
like their
loves
favorite.
everyone.
Like if
I'm
I'm
not
gone,
the
they're I've always said, like,
Right.
where's that dumb guy that likes to play with us?
Yeah.
Oh well, switch.
Well, they call me the work control. Where's the work control? He's at the mines. You know.
Yeah, the mom definitely has a greater impact.
I mean, that's like the Oedipus complex, really, right? Like the
what? So you stab your eyes out and fuck your mom?
What's that now?
Well, the Oedipus,
with
the
boys-
Freudian complex where the boys find sexual attraction to the mother more than obviously the mother. That's a thing.
They do squish her boobs a lot.
Yeah, you
my
keep
God,
talking
that's
about that, and I just
too
feel like that's
old to be
weird
doing
because
that.
Maisie
With
does
your
not
nipples,
squish
too.
my boobs or penis. So I just think that's odd. You need to have boundaries and be like,
Yeah.
this is not appropriate, fellas.
I try to slap their hands away, but at a certain point, I can't
They're
do
fast.
it.
They got
But you
fast
missed
hands.
and you ate her boobs instead. You're like, oh, I'll just keep
My
doing it.
point is that I very rarely do I tap into this like where I seemingly have some sort of amazing dad magic, and I have it now. Like Maisie went and she loves crafting. She loves like making things, and she went and she got out the tape, and like I was walking to go upstairs. I wasn't even looking. She had gotten the tape out. She went and she sat at her craft table, and without even looking, and Andrea described this, and if she were here, she'd back me up. As I'm walking through the house, I just point at Maisie without even looking. I just go, don't put that on your mouth. Don't put tape on your mouth. You'll rip your lips off. Because I knew that since she was my child, that she would gravitate to what I want to do when I see Scotch tape. Every time I see Scotch tape, including seeing Scotch tape in this studio currently, I want to peel a piece off and put it on my mouth and then leave it on there and move my mouth up and down like a child. And I knew she would do it because the dentists are attracted to tape. We're tape people.
That may be the that's a slightly chopper.
That is slightly chopper.
I saw the chopper like I think what I do.
Have I not? I have. Hold on a second.
I think I did it with painter's tape this past week.
I do not. I don't want anybody to ever think that I've denied the existence or the possibility that Maisie is full chopper.
Okay.
I have talked to you about this.
Well,
have I
all
not?
kids-
She's my Padawan.
Yeah.
All
pretty
kids
much.
are chopper. They're supposed to
No,
grow out of it.
May-
though.
no,
That's-
she's no.
You're not
It's-
supposed to get where Butler got.
I believe she is in it to win it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, you know what? Another chopper move I just thought, along with the tape in the mouth, is getting your finger stuck in holes. Because I
sorry?
feel like a lot of choppers will stick their fingers
So
in
apparently
holes.
every
Finger, tongue, dick.
Every stepmom on X videos is a chopper.
I'm just saying, like,
What
what
holes? Always
I
the
don't-
garbage
Yeah, what holes are we
disposal.
talking about?
Like, you get your finger stuck in a Coca-Cola bottle and then or whatever else. Like,
Man, I don't know. I don't know if that's a chopper thing,
Yeah,
man.
I don't think
Digits are very important for choppers. We don't want to lose those.
Yeah, but I feel like you're like, let me see if this fits in here. I feel like it's just a curiosity thing that ends up like the people that get their heads stuck in the staircase banisters.
Yes.
And then the fire department has to use the giant saw to
The
cut them
jaw of
out.
life, the jaw of life.
Yeah. Like, I feel like all those people, they either get their head stuck or like there's a lady that got her head stuck in a exhaust pipe of a giant truck. Do you remember that?
No.
Yeah. That was
That's
a
a
Florida.
big ass exhaust.
Was she
pipe.
trying to kill herself?
It was like those big diesel trucks that have the big fuck you exhaust. on the back.
Yeah. You know what I'm buying
She
this weekend?
Stuck her head in there.
Boss Hoss.
Oh yeah, I forgot about the Boss House strike. We're gonna spend all of the company's money. I forgot to tell you guys
on
about this.
one bright yellow.
You assholes.
Boss Hoss
Yeah.
strike for Andrew to drive.
Yeah, Andrea's got to drive it.
For the joke.
It's a boss, not a trike though. The two wheel.
No, the two-wheel. Well, no, she can't even.
No, she
drive
can
it.
do it. Well, no,
she
she
needs
can't.
the Boss Hoss
No,
strike.
don't trike. I
with
want
the V8.
It's the V8, and you're sitting on a full Chevy big block V8, and it's just we had a guy. Normally, I
Who
would say.
drives that?
Normally, I would say if this person
I
is
would drive
deceased. Normally, I would say like oh God bless him. And so I'm not gonna do it to this guy because fuck this guy.
Oh, it's Daniel's arch enemy.
Yeah, it is.
He holds his resentment.
I do.
From the day that he told Daniel.
No one can ever look at me and go like, "You're not human." No, I'm 100% human and flawed. And one of the things that I have great joy is my grudges. I love my grudges.
Why do you have a grudge against him?
I
This
only have
gentleman-
a couple of like long-lasting forever grudges,
Okay,
and this guy
we
has.
said this before.
I
You
love
got
this.
me too, but I think shit like this is funny.
No, but I don't because like at a point there is a point where the guy thinks he's clowned you so much where he's gonna lose respect for you. And like to me, the fact that you say I think this guy is funny makes me want to push this guy down more for insulting you. Like I remember when he.
is the
Do
guy-
you remember at the company party when he started eating all the shrimp and I wanted to just push him into the table?
That was the same party he called me Dinky the Drunk.
Okay,
But-
I'm gonna defer to Tom because my anger will take over.
This was a guy that showed up at Daniel's house. He worked with clients of the radio station or whatever. He's like their marketing
I'll tell
manager.
the full story. So there's this guy that had a construction company named Mike, and he advertised with the radio show that we were on at the time. And he redid my roof. Well, one of his partners that this guy was like, okay, no, hold on. This guy was taking money from my client who was a construction guy because he was supposedly the broker, meaning he was the go-between.
Right. The
marketing
between
agent.
the marketing
that's what
agent.
I'm trying to start.
No.
Between the radios, you're fucking Marty then. Between the radio station and this guy, but it was an unnecessary cut. Like this guy didn't need to be there.
Right.
He literally
Did nothing,
did
yeah.
nothing, and all he had was a little bit of radio experience from being on a brokered radio show that he bought on one of the AM stations.
Yeah, I did that before.
And it was a motorcycle radio show.
Oh. Okay.
Called what was the name of the fucking show?
Anybody who still does this, you
Cycle,
are straight
Cycle Riders Radio.
burning your money.
Cycle Riders Radio. So,
Exactly
and I'm
the
okay
same.
talking about this because the guy was nothing but a dick to me. So he so the roofing guy, the construction guy, is working on my home. And this guy calls that guy and says, I'm going to swing by and see what you're working on. Oh, whose house are you? Oh, you're working on Daniel's house. I'll drive by. So he pulls up and he gets out of his SUV and he looks at my tiny house, the house that I'd sold my Deltona house, liquidated everything that I ever owned in order to buy into downtown Orlando. I didn't have a lot of money, but I used every ounce of money I'd ever earned to buy into downtown Orlando so I could like slowly, hopefully build my way up to being able to live in Orlando. It can be expensive to live in cities, any city. But this one at the time, not good. So Marty gets out, he looks and he goes, who died in this coffin? And when he said that, like talking about my house that I'm trying to redo, like I'd
extreme disrespect.
I'd work so hard. No, and I do too. Like I'm not saying the comment's not good. Had I been Marty, maybe I would have said that. But what comes with that is me telling him to get the fuck off my property.
Right.
So Mike, the guy that owns a construction company, who's literally has his roofers on my house right now, comes in, oh, guys, it's cool. No, yeah, Marty, you didn't mean it. You don't know what is that? And they're doing, and then he looks at me and he's like, just shake hands, guys, just shake hands. And I look at the guy, and Tom, this is what Tom hates the most.
Yeah.
This is Tom's worst nightmare.
I've seen Daniel like this before, and I hate the.
And I look him dead in the eyes. I'll use Butler as my Marty, and I go, I will never shake your hand, and I want you, again, to get the fuck off my property, because fuck you! Fuck you! Like, I mean, I'm just like, no, never in a million years. You could literally die right now on the street. And he did. He eventually did.
Oh, come on.
And good. And
wait, the whole story was he had a boss hog.
I'm completely,
Fuck you, Marty.
No, but I'm completely okay with it. I'm sure to some people he may have been a nice guy. I'm sure. But to me, he was not.
It all came from Boss Hog.
Old Boss Hog.
So what happened to
Boss Hoss?
What happened to his Boss Hoss?
Boss Hoss.
Yeah.
Yeah, they had to change the name, I believe. I believe there was a copyright issue with those motorcycles.
This is something I put on Dump 'Em Out. So I was questioning, who was I asking about? It was Shane Hartline. We interviewed on ACT, and I was asking about how the guy's name is Brian Baumgartner, I believe, who played Kevin Malone on The Office. And I was asking,
and he looks so cute on his Cameo photo because there's a picture of him like funny. And can we not all agree that Kevin as an old man is the cutest old man?
Yeah, he looks like a little kid.
Isn't he so cute?
So I was asking, I was like, why is he touting Cameo? Like he's got the better ways to spend his time than sending out birthday wishes for $100 a pop or whatever. Like I just figured and assumed that he was getting paid by Cameo to say he did it. He did a little bit of it, that kind of thing.
I tried to tell you.
And then Mo DeWitt, our buddy Mo, sent us a story that said
Mo's bought a couple cameos.
Some he didn't want to buy.
Kevin Malone is about to make $1 million this year off a Cameo. And I was like, what the fuck? I was like, no, because at first I was like skeptical. I was like, $1 million?
You're skeptical of literally fucking everything, even when people give you facts.
I know. But then I was even skeptical of the story because because I was like, maybe it's Cameo CEO saying he's able to make $1 million if he kept up this pace. You know what I'm saying? Because that's media word shit and headlines. I mean, your wife used to do this for
$1 million at like what?
But it's
$500 at a time?
No. It's $129 is what he costs.
That's actually worth it for Kevin from The Office. I mean, iconic character.
Literally this morning, me and Butler were doing the math, which took us all morning.
That's why you guys got.
I wonder why you're so quiet in there.
And broke out the TI-83.
You're just dividing two numbers.
You got a
mathematician.
Look, everybody, it's Marty from Psycho.
You know what I love is that Tom was going to say mathematician, didn't realize he couldn't say it, so he said Einstein. I saw it happen right before my eyes.
How dare you? You're supposed to support me, producer.
You forgot my name now.
I started with Queen's Gambit.
Hi, guys. Oh, look, everybody. It looks like we got a real Einstein in here.
So it's only about 100 cameos a week, and then it's like, all right, you could, if you did Monday through Friday, 20 a day.
That's a lot, though, man.
Yeah, but
right?
no,
Not really.
20 a
20
day.
a day, you can get that done in an hour.
Yeah.
And
It's
no,
half
you
the-
guys,
it's-
have
what-
you guys
2
ever
minutes?
sat in front of? I know you have. When's the last time you've sat and exported 20 pieces of audio and then exported them? It's not that easy.
Well, you do 4 hours a day.
I know, but I'm
sure other people do that
trained
part
to
for
do
them.
it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, they're just uploading
all I'm saying is it's not easy. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying it's a chore. It's a job.
but I
It's
think
an easy million.
Cameo
I
makes
mean,
it easy.
it
He
is
sets
an easy
his phone up,
million.
and then I think he just hits record.
Yeah.
No,
does
but
his
you,
message.
no,
and
you
then,
got to make sure it goes to the right person. You got to make sure you send the right file.
Well, but
I'm
Cameo
just saying-
does it for you, I think.
No, they don't.
No?
It's not as easy as you think. So he's hustling, is what I'm saying. There is work involved. It's not as easy as you think.
Wait, yeah, maybe
No,
not.
it's not.
It's worth.
Hold on,
getting.
but I mean,
It's not
pretty
just a one button and it goes. No, you have to make sure you log in correctly. You have to make sure the video goes to the right person. You have to make sure you send the correct video. I know the interface. It's not as easy as you think. It's literally not just hit a button and $1 million. It's not that.
Well, I know, but it seems reasonable now because if you make 20, if you do 20 a day, 5 days a week, this
Why don't
guy
you
can
guys
make.
get on
I'm not
$1 million.
saying it's not possible. I'm saying it's going to be a pain in your ass.
Seth,
Yeah.
get on Cameo.
Yeah, but then for $1 million,
I think he's doing it to say that he can do $1 million on Cameo. That's what I think he's doing.
But also, it seems way easier than any other thing this guy could do for money, right? I
Well,
mean, this
yeah,
is
'cause
you can
easier
do it
than
from your
acting.
house.
Yeah, but
you
you'd
sit in your office, and once you get the rhythm behind it, it's not easy to probably learn how to do it. But once you learn and you've done 50 already,
I'm not even saying it's hard. I'm just saying it's tedious work. I know what it's like to sit in here and export like 100 little pieces of audio. It's not, and you get confused. And it's
he
not
probably has an
easy.
assistant
We're
do
not,
it.
not looking forward to this.
That's what I'm thinking.
Show we've been putting
because
together.
think about it, like,
No, that's what I. No,
you-
that's
you
what
gotta
it's
hide-
going to be hard.
Right.
It's going to be really
Yeah,
hard.
but,
but
if you're Kevin Malone or Brian or whatever, you could probably get a part-time assistant
That's
to
what I
come
was gonna say, you
once
give
a
him
day.
$10
that's
an
what I
hour to-
think he's doing because remember,
$1 million he'll make.
Yeah,
That's
but remember,
insane.
he's not used to doing this. You know, it's not like before he did this, before I did this, I was always just a radio editor, so it's super. I'm saying for a guy that's an actor that learns scripts, I don't think it's as easy as we think it is. So
Yeah,
I
there's a bit of a
kind
learning
of
curve.
hats off to him for taking advantage and being good at what he does. Because
What-
to make
what
$1
I'm
million
saying-
off of that sounds very hard to me.
I bet you somebody else is helping him do that. He's
Yeah,
not doing
it's got to
all
be.
that.
Well, as actually his videos tell the story of him just doing it in his office. Like it seems like
looks like
very
he's doing
amateur
it.
doing it in his office, and I assume the Cameo makes the interface for the celebrities that do it easier or make user friendly, so that more people use it. If it was complicated, I imagine.
I think if
celebrities
you
wouldn't do
had
it.
to sit here and you're in the office and you had a Cameo account and it would be successful, and if people said, like birthday wishes from Tom, and if you were sitting in there and you had 20 videos to do and you had to record all videos and send them back to them, I would sweat it. I think you would have a hard time getting all 20 out and do it easily. I'm not. And
I don't know the interface, so
No,
I
I
can't.
know that's
I
my
want to be
point.
confident, but I
No, that's
don't
my
know
point. I'm not
technology.
saying you're an idiot. I'm just saying, I think we're all thinking that he has his assistant or other people doing it. It doesn't look like it. I think he has his assistant do it. It doesn't really look like it. It looks like he's actually doing it. I'm just saying it's not as easy as I think you think it is.
Well, it seems like an easy way to make $1 million, though. That's all I'm saying. It's like,
I would say an easier.
Because
Easier than pouring concrete.
That's true.
Most of the
That's true.
videos
With
are
an ant
happy
bite. With an
birthday
ant
to
bite.
your
Right on your
aunt.
dick.
I take it back. There is a reason why to do this shit for a fucking $1 million. I think anybody would do it. Like I don't know.
Thank you for finally seeing my side of things, Tom.
Anybody would. I didn't think there was that many
That shirt
requests.
looks really good on you, by the way.
All right.
Thank you.
No, I just that's the one I forgot about that we have.
Dump them out.
So this.
Pull your titties out.
Don't look at me when you say it.
No, I didn't. I immediately.
I thought he was talking to
No,
us.
I went like
did.
that. No, I went like this. I went straight down.
What's
Pull the tape.
your video game tales?
Dan's video game.
Man, I've been
tales.
fucking up so bad on video games. Well, first of all, and I know we're, we are running out of time. But first of all, I got an I don't know how I got it. Just going on and the day you're supposed to buy the new Xbox console, I jump on and somehow I got the new one easily when everybody else is complaining. So I have the new
Unheard of.
Xbox. I guess it's the One X. Is that what it's called? Xbox
Series
One
X?
Series X.
Xbox
so
Series
I
X.
have that one, and then with that at the same time, I pre-ordered the game Cyberpunk 2077.
Okay.
My husband wants that.
Yeah, so I got that,
What is
and
that?
so the game just came. I picked it up yesterday. Actually, Andrea picked it up yesterday for me because we were here working, and she loaded the game for me, and then the patch loaded. Didn't take long, maybe 2.5, 3 hours. So, but like I've had this since November 10th. I've had the new system, and I've been playing Madden on my Xbox, and I've played it. I have my Atlanta Falcons, and I do franchise mode where I can play with the current players, but then it real-time stats the draft, and you bring in other players, and you go year after year after year. So I'm like 25 right now. I'm playing Madden, and I realize every time I go to my little Xbox to see what game I'm playing, there are two Madden icons. One is like an older-looking icon, and one is a newer-looking icon. And I've been using the same one that I saw on my older Xbox, and I've been playing this game for literally a month. And I didn't realize until yesterday afternoon that dumb old Pop Dan, who prides himself on trying to be, good at computers or, video games, I have been only playing the older version of Madden, the Xbox One version, not the 8K or 4K or big version. I've been playing the old version of Madden the entire time, bragging to everybody here about how the graphics are better. And yes, I'll say graphics.
Okay.
How the animations, how everything is tip-top and better than it's
Yeah.
ever been. Meanwhile, I've never seen
Oh my
the
God.
new Madden.
You're a liar.
I am a liar. 100%.
Well, no, you thought you were playing the new one.
But
so that's
no,
not-
I'm just telling you, when these things happen, I need to naturally tell you when I'm getting old so you'll know. Because I try my hardest through a series of flat brim hats to hold on to my youth.
And it's also like a placebo, right? Because it's clearly not better because it's the same fucking
It's the
game,
same
but you
fucking
tricked
game.
your brain to think that it was the new game,
But-
so you thought it looked better.
But then, I don't know why I thought of this. Maybe it could have been the copious amounts of marijuana I was smoking. I go, what's that other icon? The newer looking Madden icon that you have. Oh, you've just downloaded 80 fucking gigs of games to your Xbox. What do you have? You have the old version of Madden, and then right next to it, you have the new version of Madden you've never played. So I jumped to the new version of Madden, and it blows my goddamn dick in the dirt. I'm like, oh my God, there's next-gen stats. It's all new graphics. I'm crying. Andrea's like, what is this? It's louder. The screens are bigger. And so the entire time I'd been bragging to all of you about how my Xbox Series X was better. I was lying to you, and it is not. And that leads me to my last tale, which is I have not played Cyberpunk 2077 yet because I loaded it last night. My wife worked hard to load the games for me, so when I came home, I could just sit on the couch and play it.
My God, you got a good wife. Holy shit.
And then Maisie came. Well, no,
You're loading your games?
Blowjob
so you
and
get
games,
home?
so
Oh
she-
my God.
No, but she just.
I hope people are hearing this and mad.
no, she just wanted
I'm
to-
mad as everybody
Well,
else needs
don't
to
be mad.
mad.
She just wanted to watch her shows in peace. And the easiest way to watch her shows in peace is to help me by loading the game. So she loaded the game. Well, literally, you put a disc in and she's doing nothing. It's doing its own thing. So I sit down to load the game, and Maisie saddles up with me. And I love you. And my little May is right there. My little mini me is sitting there with me. And we're going to create our character because in playing video games, there's only a couple things I know about May. And the game isn't that important. But creating the character, the facial features, the hair, that kind of stuff, she loves it. So Maisie, sit here with Dad. Let's make my Cyberpunk 2077 character. What are we picking, May? A guy or a girl? Let's go girl. No. Daddy wants to be a boy because it's his game. Let's pick boy. So Daddy picks a boy. Where do we want to go? Oh, we'll be the corporate guy. We'll be a corpo. So we'll go there. So Daddy picks that. And then they show a naked man with his penis out on the screen. And then they proceed to ask me in Cyberpunk 2077 how big I want my fucking penis.
Oh my God.
What is it?
What kind
And
of game
every
is this?
time
How
I
big
move...
did Maisie go?
And every time I move my penis on the screen, it throws a new penis in, and the penis goes, ah, fla, 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 fla. And then I go, medium penis, ah, fla, 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 fla. Big penis, blah, 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 blah. Little penis. And then every time you scroll, it's a different penis. And Maisie is on the floor, and she's crying. The tears are in her eyes.
Laughing, crying, right?
Right.
one of the
Hopefully she's not
greatest bugs of that
traumatized.
game.
And she can't stop laughing because Daddy has to pick his penis, and I'm trying to explain it away.
Oh,
and then
man.
she,
Is it all hairy?
And
Like a
then,
big hairy
and then as I say, well, I don't think we're going to play this tonight, I hear my daughter as she runs downstairs laughing to tell her mother. She screams. This is a quote, and you can ask Andrea. She goes, "Pick the big penis! Pick the big penis!" as she's running downstairs. And I shut the game off. And for those of you that have been emailing me,
What's
and
the
you
point
know
of
I
picking
got
your
the
penis?
game.
I don't understand it.
I don't either.
Oh.
You also get to pick your pubic hair, the style of it, and then they and
At some point,
everybody
are you
is
getting
asking
naked
me,
in this game
have you?
or
Oh,
fucking
you're
in this game?
Yeah.
People
You
are
are.
asking me, "Are
Okay.
have you played the game?" And the answer is no. All I got to do is pick my penis, and then I shut it down.
I know there has been a series of glitches in that game where the dicks just edit out. I mean, and they flop out of the pants on accident. So when you're playing the game,
Okay, see,
your dick will
someone's-
just be hanging out of the pants.
This game is trolling people.
Is this a fighting game? Is this a music
It's a
game?
role-playing RPG.
Still don't know what that means. Me and Seth are.
I don't play video
Like Grand
games.
Theft Auto just in 2077.
Like open world
Yeah.
type
Open world.
shit.
So I have decided that I can no longer play.
Did you pick the big penis?
I did. But I'm going to start over tonight and probably go normal penis because I don't know if that has negative ramifications in the game.
You use
You're
it
probably
at all?
slow.
That's what I'm asking.
Tom
yeah.
Van, I'm telling you, I don't know because I'm not going to sit there and pick penises with my daughter. So the whole thing
Well,
got
that
shut
would've been
down.
a good time to discuss the birds and the bees.
Neo
Is
Del
that
She
Rio.
already knows, man.
Neo Del Rio in the chat says, for a female character, you can change the design and color of the coochie.
Oh,
Yeah,
good.
you can pick vagina.
Like big,
What kind of
big
design
old
change?
Yeah, what
flagellated-
kind
I-
of what kind of design?
I didn't get
moose
that
knuckle?
far, but my pubic hair is a
Little
heart.
clip, medium clip,
Engorged
big
No,
clip.
my
Engorged
pubic hair was a heart-shaped patch above my. I did a big cock, and it's uncircumcised.
Big old flaps.
The normal is circumcised, the little is uncircumcised, and the big is uncircumcised. But the normal is circumcised.
That's
No, it makes sense.
Oh,
Most people, normal, circumcised.
Seth, when's your karate dojo open? How does that work? Do you have to go in?
Transition. That's a great.
Or do you have to go in and show your penis and you get to pick?
Yeah, that's been part of my stress the past few weeks. Is my permit application has been denied 3
Uh-oh.
times.
For what?
But I finally got it approved yesterday. Like yesterday was a huge weight off my chest. Like I got like emotional because it was like finally okay to pass, and so we could actually start doing stuff now.
Do you have to get a special permit for karate?
It was a karaoke bar before, so it's switching over to a fitness facility, and there was 2 bathrooms. I'm knocking it down to 1 bathroom because there's absolutely no room to do martial arts, and there were 2 bathrooms, so I'm getting rid of the bathroom. They didn't like that. Went around all sorts of different ways, and finally got it approved to have 1 bathroom in the facility. So it's been literally I wrote a letter from like a heartfelt letter to the head of permitting, like the head top guy.
And that worked?
Yeah.
Really? Like usually I heard getting permits is the worst.
It was hard, but this guy was really nice. He understood where I was coming from and understood the problems.
Yeah, you gotta squeak. You know,
Never get the
squeaky
permit.
wheel.
No,
no, you gotta.
Of course, I let him know who I was.
Get all the construction.
That I was a
material.
radio
Name
personality.
dropping.
Dearest
No, he was
Benjamin
actually,
Franklin.
So hopefully, my plan was to have it open by the end of this month, but now it's looking like it's gonna be end of January probably. As long as we get everything done and passed and everything.
New
like that.
year, new you.
Yeah, exactly.
Seth's dojo.
It's actually been doing really good. Like average, I'm getting a lot of new students just already. Like people coming in and
How's their
loving
penis
it, stuff
size?
like that. I'd say medium to medium large.
Well, speaking of the new
A
year,
lot of women actually, so I don't know.
Uh-oh.
if you want to
Circumcised.
go to the jungle, lose some weight, do
Yes.
some MMA fitness.
Yeah, that's been blown up to like crazy.
This is your
kickboxing, and this is the
golden
karate thing's
goose,
totally
right?
separate.
Yeah. This is
With
when
the
you get
gems.
all those white whales come walking
So yeah,
in
if you're
and-
interested in doing any sort of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu or kickboxing or our Jungle Fit class, which is our fitness class, go to jungleorlando.com. If you're interested in doing a more traditional approach to your martial arts training, also getting a great workout and learning self-defense, karateoforlando.com. And follow me on Instagram at Silverback Seth.
You got
are we done? Is that why I'm plugging all
Yeah,
Yes.
we're done.
Yeah.
You got whippy ropes. I like some good
What
whippy
ropes?
ropes.
Battle ropes.
Okay.
What'd you call them?
Whippy.
Ropes.
Whippy ropes.
Whippy.
Oh,
Whipping
yes.
them with your whip
It's
ropes.
battle ropes, yeah.
You got that?
We have a bunch of them, yes.
By the way-
Can you do the battle ropes again, Tom?
Yeah.
Someone clip that.
By the way, if you're ever in a real battle, there are no ropes. Very weird.
Right.
Also,
No, but you're sledgehammering people in the face like this, and it's the same movement.
you know, you and
Well,
I
just do that
yesterday, real quick.
Don't
just,
do that.
I kind of have. I feel like I have to say this. You and I yesterday were extremely mean to Mike B.
Oh.
And we made fun of him and his nose ring and his mustache. He sent us a really heartfelt 600 episode message.
Oh,
I wanted to play just real quick.
I was bowling them last night on
Dan.
BDM.
Mike B from the Ono Radio Show here. And I just want to say congratulations on 600 episodes. It's been one hell of a ride listening to you guys the whole time, you know, from episode 1 when Will Connell, Trombone Will, introduced me to you guys.
Yeah, they're friends.
Damn, it's been hilarious. Appreciate you guys and the community you built. Just wanted to say cheers, man. Have a good one.
Does that make you feel bad, like knowing
Dude,
that?
you sound like a
No,
businessman.
it's fine.
I
He
like
was
the
like-
old Mike B.
No,
Play the you know
No, I
what.
don't have it. I deleted it.
Oh,
I was like,
no,
no, it was
delete
too
it.
sad. It was too
You
sad.
know what?
Hey, new year, new us. I was
I
like,
just
no,
heard
I
it.
can't do it with the, I'm like, no,
That's
I
the Mike B I like.
No, he sounds like a creature.
I don't like business Mike B.
Well, he's
No.
working at a
The B stands
diner
for
now.
business.
He's not.
Business B?
He's no longer working at the old T Flats. He's like he's a respectable diner chefman.
No.
He's giving
Stanford.
old people delicious breakfasts. He's cleaned up his act.
Oh.
You know, like, he's got a smaller nose ring, smaller mustache.
He's about to
Okay.
cut off his mullet.
Yeah, I heard he's cutting his mullet off.
I heard he's a genius too. That's what he tried to tell me.
He did try to tell you
Tried
that.
to tell you that. Then,
yeah, did you ever find-
then
you
Big
ever find
Tim
him?
said he was a genius. Like the
Did
number
he
of
want to have a
geniuses-
trivia off and then
Based on that thread and that thread alone, I know a lot of geniuses.
Right?
that thread is what made me go away from the bit. Because I was like, if these are all the geniuses we got, I'm like, I already talked to him.
You know what? If you ever want to not find geniuses, find the people that say they are. You know,
Right.
like in the group. Like I was looking at the whole thread. I'm like, ooh, this is gonna
But
be
then
a
by-
really
Oh,
weird.
shit,
show.
I commented on it.
What
I know you did.
Mine's a joke, obviously.
I wanted the Russian guy from
close.
Queen's Gambit. I get Mike B and Big Tim. And then I'm like, oh, God. This isn't the chest on the ceiling. Oh, God. One of them's in the Corona line.
Nothing but tranquilizers.
Samantha, who do we got on semantics?
We're actually doing a kind of a little mishmash of some of it'll just be me and Travis, my husband, and we're gonna be going to our annual Whiskey and Politics Christmas party this evening. So we might get into some antics over there at old Smooth Nipples' house.
Oh, yeah. So,
Are you going
Smooth
to
Nipples?
Usually it ends in a cannonball in his pool at 2 a.m.
I would like to touch his naked belly.
Do you guys wear masks there?
I just want to rub it. I bet it's smooth. Like my daughter, your boys probably have this. Younger humans have a smooth, just a
I
smooth
bet,
belly.
I bet. I was about to say. I bet his baby is the smoothest
He's
baby
a
in the
Oh my
world.
chubby,
God,
smooth
that
baby.
little
Because-
baby
because
is
now-
probably just a real smoother.
He's got smooth genetics and
God.
mixed with baby. Babies have the
Oh,
smoothest skin.
if you put oil on him, you could never hold him. He'd just be flying through the air. It'd be like literally you have to keep him in a vacuum. He's so
He's
smooth.
that thing that you get at the science
The
center.
water
where you
wheel.
need to-
Oh.
You're like, I can't hold on to it. And then you're like, I want to put my dick in it.
Don't equate that with a baby.
I was not.
Let's cut that part out.
That is the weirdest and best place to stop the show.
I gotta get the hell out of here.
Am I talking about the thing at the science center or the baby? Who knows?
Well, thank you, everybody. Speaking of the 600th show,
Yeah.
thank you guys.
Congrats,
Well, it
guys.
doesn't mean anything. We're doing the 666
God,
show, right?
It can't be that many people that got from 1 to 600 that
No.
still are here.
No.
Like, so the people that did, the hats off to you because
You know what?
it's
But
amazing.
there really is no difference between us and the other show I found today that's been podcasting in Orlando for thousands of episodes.
No.
And they sound, I mean, I will not give them a plug because I don't want people to clown on them. But I found a show today that's like a husband and wife, and they've been podcasting like maybe 7 years longer than us.
No, really?
And they're up to thousands of shows in Orlando, and I listen to their show.
Oh.
And it's you know, and then I'm like, there's really no difference.
Yeah.
No, but there isn't.
Yeah.
Because
No.
it's just, you're just doing a thing, and it might work or it may not work. I don't want to be mean to them.
So if you've been listening to us for that long, we appreciate it.
We
If
do.
you came
We
on
do.
later, and if you're listening to us now, we appreciate it. And
We always appreciate people listening.
Yeah.
If you want to check out us live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Tom and Dan Live, on YouTube, also Tom and Dan Live. This should be up this afternoon. Our numbers on YouTube and Twitch have been like really growing, so I can't thank you guys enough for sharing and being cool with that.
And thanks to Samantha, who's been working really hard.
Crushing it.
We've got a little surprise at the end of the year.
I'm finally going to dump them out.
During our good
No, don't say that.
You don't have to pay me if that happens.
Wow.
Should have been here for the last Super Bowl.
Hold
Twitch
on a
show.
second.
Is
No, we had to talk you off the ledge.
Speaking about Kevin Malone making $1 million on Cameo, I'm going back to the
She can make $50K easy.
No.
$50K a
Are
month.
you crazy?
Oh yeah.
You can make $50K off your boobs. You got
With
big,
the-
ginormous boobs.
If the amount
Why
of
did you look around the laptop, Butler, like you were going to look at my boobs?
Because anytime anybody mentions your
Does she
boobs,
still got them?
we
They're still
go-
there? They're
No,
still
but we
there,
go
all right.
over to you, and then we circle your body.
I don't. Yeah. I think
Because you can't look right at them. You got to go like,
Full
oh, you know,
OnlyFans.
Samantha's boobs.
I mean,
too goddamn big.
it's tens of thousands a month if you went full on OnlyFans
Yeah.
at this point. I mean,
Yeah,
with
but
the
what
amount
does
of
that
horny.
mean? No, if it's boobs only, I'd 3 weeks.
God,
and
you
I'm
know how many
out.
concrete mics we do that?
No, I'm being honest.
I know.
I-
You're right. Exactly.
trying to
Once
give-
you see them, I mean.
Yeah,
But
no,
then you just keep doing different
No,
things
but
with
if
them.
you go,
What am I supposed to
like
do with
you
them?
want run in
Battle
for, to
ropes
kick a
with my
soccer
titties?
ball.
No, but if
you
you
do battle
go-
rope. Yeah, you do jumping jacks.
Well,
you
no,
play
I
cards
can't-
with them.
I don't feel comfortable saying this, but I'm going to. But if you go down,
Well, that drunk lady with the big
if you
boobs
do
always does well.
the whole thing, then we have more area to explore.
But
if
she
you
doesn't have to.
don't,
She can do gimmicks with her
if
boobs
it's
alone.
no,
There's
if it's
so many
boobs only,
activities
I'm out.
make
If
it.
it's
Boob
boobs,
activities.
I'm with
puss,
Seth here.
and butthole,
Feeding the
that
fish
I'm in.
as they dip in the top
all
of
I'm
the fish
saying,
tank.
after a couple years,
How often have you thought about this?
A lot of things you can do with boobs when like
after a couple years, you
knock
will
on doors with them.
You will be rolling a condom over a pumpkin stem because you run out of ideas.
No, that's what I'm saying. Tits only doesn't cut it. I gotta have puss and butthole.
No.
You have to make your money and then get out. All right.
I'm getting out.
Speaking of that,
We're all just here to get out of
outta
here.
Yeah. We got a surprise at the end of the year for you guys, and thank you again for 600 shows. We're out of here. Bye-bye.